You're now rocking with the hottest boxing podcast in the land with your host, Coach Malachi Williams.
True.
For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah. What's up, family? It's our boy Coach Malachi in the building, and we back. True Media Podcast. We back up in this building. Let me make sure y'all can hear me. All right, sound like we Gucci. Sound like we got the mic in a good place. Salute to everybody, man. What's going on, family? What's going on? Happy, what the day is? Wednesday? The day Wednesday, right? Yeah, the day Wednesday. Okay, cool. Yeah, happy Wednesday. You get what I'm saying? Salute to everybody, fam. Yeah, man, it is what it is. Wait a minute, let me open this other window up too for the other channel. We have two channels. Okay, cool. Okay, it's turned down over there. So slide that one over to the right. I got this big ass monitor. I have a 49-inch monitor. I may go from there all the way over to here. You get what I'm saying? So, I paid a little grip for this one too. You know what I mean? I think this was a little under $2,000. This monitor, I think it's probably, no, you know what? It's probably more around 1,500, somewhere around the 1,500 range. Probably somewhere around there, you know what I mean? So, yeah, man, but peace to the family, man. I have another camera I need to buy. I want to buy too. So I spent all my money on equipment and flying to different cities. That's where my money go at. Equipment and flying to different cities. You get what I'm saying? I ain't seen a shooter yet. I ain't seen a drop the addy yet. I ain't seen none of these tough ass niggas that be on YouTube yet. Nowhere. You get what I'm saying?
True.
You don't even know what they look like because they be behind the avatar. You don't even know what they look like. You just, you get what I'm saying? Shout out to Big John Doe. Big John Doe, what's up? Hey, John Doe, you don't even know what they look like, fam. Nigga be tough as hell behind that avatar. Yeah, nigga, I'm trying to tell you, though. I remember I made them drop the added t-shirts. I still got some I haven't worn them in a while. Them drop the added t-shirts was funny than the mug, bro. Hey, we sold a lot of them shirts. Them drop the added t-shirts, boy. Boy, I'm trying to tell you, boy, these boy, Lord have mercy. Every time I go somewhere, like especially me, if I see Mr. Tomato Can, me and Mr. Tomato Can and get to talking, he be like, Coach. I say, man, what's going on, fam? He say, man, where the shooters at? I say, oh, they're never around. They're like invisible bullies.
True.
YouTube gangsters. You know what I mean? Talking tough. Yeah, I know. Anyways, shout out to Ron Ultra. He says Dollar Bill calling in. Nah, you know what? Hey, Dollar Bill don't win ghosts, fam. I think he don't win ghosts, man. I reached out to him a couple of times, and the man, he don't answer my calls no more. You get what I'm saying? Back then, I remember, once upon a time, I used to call and, Bill pick up, or if not, he'll hit me up later on. Now, what the fuck is that? Ever since they signed to fight Brian Norman, I can't, god damn. Bro, I was in Vegas. I was in Vegas and Bill was in Vegas. Check this out. This is a true story before we get into the show. I'm in Vegas, Bill Haney in Vegas. I saw Devin Haney. I saw Sean, Devin Haney's little brother, but I didn't see Bill. So I'm sitting outside the Fountain Blue. It's me, brother Muhammad from Philly. They call him 1-2, you know what I mean? Ex-NOI member, old first resurrection NOI member. Who was out there? Yeah. Did Bernard Hockin didn't come out yet. Yeah, so if the matter of fact, with me, Sean, I want to say Buzz sister. I think Shantae was out there. Miss Black Panther. Miss Black Panther. That's who it was. So I see Sean. I say, Sean, what's up? He said, what's up, coach? I say, I said, where Bill at? He said he at the nail salon getting the manicure. He said, hey, check this out. Now the reason why I'm laughing. Now this is fight week. This 2 days before the fight, Canelo and Crawford. So we are at a very, very masculine event. Tough shit. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, masculine, tough, big fight finna come. You get what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know what about, big fight finna come, right? I said, where Bill at? He at the nail salon getting the manicure. I said, I can say Bill was at the nail salon. I said, oh, okay, all right, cool. It is what it is. It is what it is. I said that I didn't see him. You know what I mean? Because every time I was at the Fountain Blue, he wasn't there. And then when I wasn't there, he was there. You get what I'm saying? So hey, motherfucker. Hey, so I called him in Vegas. He didn't answer the phone. I say, damn. I say, damn, what the I said, damn, Dollar Bill, he don't stop fucking with me, huh? So I think Bill don't stop fucking with me. You get what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But anyway, shout out to what, Mr. Hale. What's going on, fam? Daniel Agnew in the building. Market Vion Black. Big John Doe. Let's see what we got. Trey, what's going on, fam? Yeah, man. Hey, that's a true story, too. Shout out to Summer. Shout out to Gabe. Who else we got in the building? We got Trey. We have we have Jamel. Jamel, what's going on, fam? And we got B Crafton. What's going on? What's going on? B Crafton, what's going on, brother? We got Jamie from New York. Ron Ultra in the building. Shout out to Sheila, man. H-Town, stand up. Shout out to Miss Connie. Yeah, man. I'm like, shit. Motherfucker. And then Dale told me, Dale said, yeah, man, it was me, Miss Black Panther, and it was Ron Goodall. So Devin was walking down the hallway and he saw me and he looked at me and bust out laughing because he read my shirt. He said, blame Bill Haney, huh? I said, he used to bust out laughing. And that's when we took the picture and said, he said, yeah, man, get a picture. We took the picture and he said, yeah, man, we got to do something. So I say, do what? You know what I mean? You talking about interview? He said, yeah, I'll give you an interview. He said, yeah, reach out to my dad. And I said, all right, you know what I mean? So I got 2 witnesses there, right? So, and I was like, all right, I'll reach out to him. And guess what? I ain't heard nothing from Bill since. So I ain't heard that from Bill since. I'm dead serious, dog. I ain't heard that from that man, but really before that. Really it was before that, but it really was a little before that. But yeah, man, for real though. Fucking Bill. Hey, I got them Bill. Hey, now some say, I don't know how true this is now. Some say Bill shaking like booty meat right now. I don't know how true this is. I hope that's not the case. I hope that's not the case because, but some say Bill shaking like booty meat right now, and I don't know why. You get what I'm saying? But that's sources say. I would just say sources say. You get what I'm saying? Hey, shout out to Lisa. Hey, Lisa, what's going on, Lisa? What's going on? Anyway, let's get into the show. Terence Crawford reveals to Andre Ward how the Canelo fight was made, right? This new interview that just dropped yesterday with Andre Ward and Terence Crawford is phenomenal. It's probably one of the best interviews that I've seen those two do together, right? Well, really, they did another classic interview. I think it was right before the Spence fight or something of that sort or whatever. It was a great interview that those two guys gave. And Bud gave a lot of insight. Well, in this interview, he gave a little bit more insight because, he's a little older now. And he's, right now you could tell he's a little bit, hey man, a lot of, not knocking down a lot of milestones. That's not easy to do. You get what I'm saying? When you get older, you get wiser, this and that. So I was like, damn, I just watched the interview. I finished it. I watched all of it, at the barbershop. I'm like, man, damn, I loved it. I loved that interview. And the crazy part about it is, Andre Ward and Bud did that interview 2 days before me and Bud did the interview. And I was like, man, and all of the questions that Andre Ward asked him were some of the same, a lot of them. I would say probably 75% of them. It's crazy. Were some of the questions that I wanted to ask him. So I'm like, damn, shit, I can't do that because you get what I'm saying? The way he explained it, the way him and Andre Ward have such a great chemistry. And Andre Ward is a great interviewer. He's one of my favorite interviewers out there. I love his interviews, period. And I told him that, and I love his interviews because, when the key to doing the interview is for it not to look like an interview. The key to doing the interview is like, when it's like two guys just having a conversation. And you don't even notice the camera and the microphone is in the room in front of you. Do you get what I'm saying? That's the key. So, an interview shouldn't be like an interrogation. Like the lack of professionalism that you see here, in this space right here is you can tell like, some of these dudes treat interviews like an interrogation. Yeah, what's going on with your baby mama? Yeah, what's up with Umbe? When you gonna fight Umbe? Umbe wanna fade. Y'all remember Umbe? Yeah, you know what I mean? Man, I don't want to hear that old punk ass shit. Who be braiding your hair? That shit look crazy. Ghetto. Who you don't know how to dress? Who dress you? You get what I'm saying? Why you always looking broke? You get what I'm saying? We know you ain't really got no money. You struggling. You get what I'm saying? Like it be these two-figure niggas they mess around. You throw a dog a bone. You throw a dog a bone to a two-figure nigga, they go to asking two-figure nigga questions. True. Goddamn, you think you at a Vlad TV interview? Hey Trey, you gonna think you at a Vlad TV interview? They be asking you all these police ass questions. Where were you the night of? Where were you the night of? October the 15th, 7:30 in the evening. There was a shooting over there, and Pork Chop Willie said that he saw you get out of a green and gold 1987 Granada with some 30s and lows on it, and he said you jumped out in the green jumpsuit with a firearm. Is that true? What the fuck is me asking? Hey Lisa, hey, them the kind of questions that Vlad be asking the nigga. Yeah, Miss Connie, I spoke to Coach Malachi recently, and he said that two girls fighting out there, and they said there was a mother that came and jumped in and they helped beat the girl up. And they said the mother name was kind of Miss Connie and looks kind of like you. There's a picture right here. And the police has warrants out for your arrest right now, you and your daughter. Did you really do that? And get what I'm saying? Motherfucker ask you some asking them police ass questions. Then the police don't know nothing. They watching the Vlad interview. Damn. Shit, we didn't even know that. Tom, what's up? Yeah, man, Detective Todd. Yeah, what's up? Yeah, man, come with me, man. We just got a confession on Vlad TV. Come on, man. Let's go meet this damn fool at downstairs when he come downstairs and arrest his ass. Hey, motherfucker, man. Vlad be asking them police ass questions. Motherfucker be going to jail. So as soon as they leave the interview, the police down there with the handcuffs. I said, hey, Jamie say, after the interview, police come to arrest. Facts, Jamie. Yeah, man, motherfucker, man, be telling on themselves and shit. Vlad be disarming people, get them to confess all kind of sins. Yeah, but he Crawford tell how the the Canelo deal got made. And the crazy part about it is he said that they was in negotiations for like 9 hours. It was a 9-hour negotiation. This interview was just so, bro, like I want to cover this entire interview, but it's over an hour long and it's really, really, really good. So I'm gonna drop the link. Hopefully you guys go check it out, man. The Art of War with, you know, him and Bud Crawford, they great interview. Great interview. Anyways, Andre Ward and Terence Crawford dropped a heck of an interview yesterday. And me personally, I loved it. Ward asked all of the right questions that people wanted to know. Bud and Dre spoke about the ring walk and the story behind the outfit that Bud wore for the ring to the ring. So everybody know about that by now, right? He also went on to explain how Bill Haney planted the seed in his head to fight Canelo. That was years ago before the Spence fight, you know, pretty much over 2 years ago. So it wasn't something recently, you know, and I'm glad he cleared that up because some, you know, people thinking that, yeah, man, you know, Bill told him to go fight Canelo and he decided to fight him, you know, about 8 months ago, a year ago, and that's how it materialized. Nah, what happened was, what he was saying in the interview, he said what happened was the Errol Spence fights was stalling out. It looked like I wasn't going to get the fight. So he went on to fight David Avenesian and stuff like that. And it was a lot of hate going on with him at that time against him and stuff like that. And he say, so Bill Haney told him then when it looked like the fight with Spence wasn't going to happen, he said, man, you need to go fight Canelo. Move up to 168 from 147 and go fight Canelo. He said, that's your fight. He told him that over 2 years ago. So that's why I say blame Bill Haney. So for all you batos out there who upset, you get what I'm saying? Blame Bill Haney, fam. To this day. Yeah, blame Bill Haney. Bill Haney, you know what I mean? Bill, now, y'all, hey, listen. Say what you want to say about Bill, but Bill is a visionary. Bill is a visionary now. Listen, I can't take that from him. The man is a visionary. The man is a visionary. That man saw that, bro. For him to see that, and it stuck with Bud. So he said he was gonna try to go at him, but then they finally got the Spence fight and yada yada yada, and the rest is history. So shout out to Errol Spence too, the big fish. True. You know, the nigga ran for 5 years, but he finally came around. Anyway, shout out to Big Fish. Shout out to the big fish, though, the big fish. Bud even spoke on the 9-hour negotiation process with Turki Alashikh's team in order to make the Canelo fight. Crawford explains his philosophy on why he only fights once a year. He broke that down as well. Ward asked so many good questions that it left me no room to ask him any questions in our interview. When I interviewed him, like, man, you get what I'm saying? You know what I mean? What I'm talking about, when we did this at Bud House in this gym. So, you know, I went a little different route. I went a little different route with it. You get what I'm saying? And this interview that me and Bud did was prior to us getting pulled over by the police that night. So we left there, hooked up with the security. My brother Kasim, and we went to the Steelhouse Lounge, and then we left there. You know, police incident. You know, y'all know the rest after that. You get what I'm saying? So it was like right before that, and then we was like late. We were running late. So like, man, you know, because what happened that day, we were supposed to do the interview earlier that day, but it's been so hectic for him after this fight. Family coming around, people coming from out of town. We gotta go. He sent somebody to go pick up Amari Hardwick, you know, better known as Ghost on Power. You know, people was coming in town and he would go do this, go do that, and keep trying to make sure everybody on point. Clarissa Shields coming over, you know, Shakur Stevenson over, you know, Andre Ward over. So it was like, you get what I'm saying? So we really, it was a hectic day. It really was no room. It really was no room for, you know, for a long interview. So to be fair, let me see. What did he say? Hold on. What did he say? Sorry about that. I'm reading my opening monologue. Yeah, Ward asked so many good questions that it left no room for me to even have to ask those same questions, you know, when I interviewed Bud at his house. So I decided to go a different route because I knew that Ward covered all of the bases with his questions prior to me interviewing the brother. I was talking to Andre Ward, man, and Andre Ward was he's one of the nicest people you ever want to meet, right? But he's a no nonsense type guy. He's big on respect. He doesn't give off no weird energy, or as we would say in the streets, y'all please excuse my French, he doesn't give off no fuck nigga energy, elf boy energy, he don't give that off. And when he talks to you, he look you dead in your eyes, and he's very intentional. He's very intentional when he speaks. You get what I'm saying? So and he's very mature for his age, because he's younger than me, but I'm like, yeah, you get what I'm saying? So I like Andre Ward. That was my first time meeting him. I like him. I like Andre Ward. You know what I mean? So I'm a big energy person. I pick up on energy. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you're a fuck nigga, I ain't gonna be around you. And if I'm one, you ain't gonna have me around you. So, people pick up on my energy real fast when they meet me, and I pick up on their energy when I meet them, and that's that. So but that's how that is. But I like Dre. I like Dre. You know what I mean? For real though. I got a great deal of respect for him. Now, I will say this here. Terence Crawford and Andre Ward, I really do admire their relationship. I really admire their relationship and their friendship. I really do. It's not about getting you, it's not about getting you the moments of clicks and views or anything like that. It's not just about that. That's what most social media and mainstream media interviewers, don't understand. A lot of that, like a lot of these people, they want to try to do tabloid shit and, sensationalism and stuff like that, and say this and say that to try to go viral or get more clicks and more views. But in today's time, you still have people who like authenticity. You still like people who like to be around people who's authentic. People like authenticity. You get what I'm saying? So, social media is, it's a lot of fake shit. Social media is the land of the fake. The eyes see, the ears hear, but nothing is never what it appears to be. You get what I'm saying? So that's what social media is. And it's superficial. It ain't no real beefs. Motherfucker just trying to, make a video and hope that bitch get enough numbers so he can get a decent direct deposit from Google on the 21st of the month. True. That's it. That's what these niggas doing. That's it. You get what I'm saying? So, and I'm being as transparent with you as I can. That's what it is. So, it's the numbers game. As I said before, but it's not about getting you the moments for clicks and views. That's what most social media, mainstream media interviewers don't understand. Bud spoke on how he was not 100% when he fought Canelo. He also said that, pretty much most fighters are not 100% when they fight. You get what I'm saying? But to be honest, no fighter is 100% before a fight. Not one, It's about working through it when it's time to do battle. Now, my favorite part of the interview is when Andre Ward asked Crawford, how do you feel to be rich? That was a hell of a question. The perspective that Bud spoke from really did hit me. It hit it for me, right? It also gives the listener who isn't rich insight into the pros and cons of having money. Bud gives insight into a deeper perspective that most people don't even think about. Now, my interview with Bud drops tonight at 8:30 p.m. on this channel, East Coast Standard Time. We did this interview, as I said earlier, right before we got pulled over by the cops and forced out of the car via gunpoint. Let that sink in. Today's show was sponsored by Folks' Barbershop. If you're in the city of Tampa, Florida, look up, download the app Booksy. That's BOOKSY. Look up Folks' Barbershop. Book an appointment. It's a high-end barbershop. It's very beautiful. Tiki bar in the back. Have a bartender. You can throw events at this barbershop as well, because in the back we have a tiki hut in the back. Really, really nice. People book events here, and celebrities come through this barbershop. So, it only works by appointment. And the time that you book, you will be seated at that time and getting out and, finish with your haircut in a timely fashion so you can get back to your day. Let's give our sponsor a round of applause. Yeah, man, it is what it is. Hold on, let me see what's up. Somebody sent me a text. Yeah, for sure. Hold on. Look like All right, hold on, man. We got a cash out.
Hey, okay.
For dropping that, shout out to Lisa for dropping that half for bam, dub on your boy. She didn't leave a comment, but shout out to my sister Lisa. Hold on. Let's pull this up. Oh, look like we got a sponsor. $50 and up is sponsored the show. Shout out to Keys
Hey, okay.
for dropping that half for bam, hundo on your boy.
Hey, Leroy!
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Keys, what to say, fam? He said just keeping the support up for our brother, coach. Yeah, man, I appreciate you, fam. I appreciate you. Shout out to Keys, man. Shout out to Lisa Bell. Shout out to Keys. And hold on, we got some super chats. And shout out to Jimmy Vasquez for becoming a member.
Hey, okay.
He said great interview with Bud. Yeah. Well, you know, it hasn't. Oh yeah. You know, I forgot. You guys did see it. You're a member, right? Yeah, thank you, fam. The members get to see the interview first. So, but I just wanted to give y'all a backstory behind the interview and what went on.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Hey, see, I'm gonna tell y'all something else too, right? So you know what I'm gonna start doing sometimes, because I was talking to my good friend Ron Goodall over there at Fight Hype, you know, and we was talking about when you do interviews, like keep the raw footage and stuff like that. But what I want to do is I want to do something for the family over here, just to show you the process leading up to doing the interview. Do you get what I'm saying? Because a lot of times we see interviews, you know, we see the edited versions of it. You know, we see like, okay, cool, they shot the interview, and then by the time we see it, it's gonna be edited and you know, put what needs to be in there. Make sure the vocals are compressed and all that stuff there. You know what I'm saying? All of that, right? And then you put it up. But what I wanted to show was not necessarily the editing process, but the process before the interview. All right, well, we setting it up. All right, let's set this shit up, dog. All right, bam. Okay, let's test the microphones. Testing 1 2 1 2. All right, man. All the other stuff, right? Damn, I don't lost the mic. You get what I'm saying? God damn, what am we doing? We got to improvise. Okay, what we got for backup? All right, let's use the iPhone 16. We got the lapel microphones for the iPhone 16. Okay, let's use that as backup. Let's get the lighting. You get what I'm saying? Like, bro, it's a whole lot of improvisation going through that shit.
True.
Yeah, for real, bro. Like, for real. nigga be stressed out. You got all this expensive equipment. Hey, you got all this expensive equipment. Man, nigga be getting stressed out. Hey, man, shout out to Retro.
Hey, okay.
For dropping that half for bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy!
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Hey, what to say, fam? He said, coach, I just left $20. But it ain't putting it up on the screen. It went through on my end. Salute. Hey, man, shout out to Retro, man. Retro, what's going on? Hey, you know, my brother Blood, he be, you know what I mean? Hey, Blood. Hey, Blood, but I got to pull you off that. Blood got a good job. I got to pull you off that good job, baby boy. I got something for you, man. You know what I mean? We going to be needing security in a minute. You know, and listen, you know, the taller the better. We're going to be needing security in a minute. And Blood don't do no smiling, so I'm good.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, you know, security for me, dog, you got to be 6'3" or better, dog. 6'3" or better. I don't know, you can't be smiling. 6'3" or better, no smiling. You get what I'm saying? You know, I need some niggas look intimidated. Ooh, yeah, nigga, that tall. That nigga like 6'5", dog, 260, dog. You don't want none of that. Don't want none of that. You don't want none of that. You know what I mean? There's levels to this. There's levels. Motherfucker be talking about levels. Like, yeah, there's some levels. There's levels of ass whoopings too. There's some levels of ass whoopings. You know what I mean? You got to stay in your lane, dog. You got to stay in your lane. That's why I be laughing at these niggas online who be talking all that rah-rah. Oh yeah, your lane is rah-rah behind that keyboard. Long as you stay there. Now, this is where the problem lies for those who come with the rah-rah behind the keyboard. When you start to believe your keyboard activities and you start to believe that you can actually physically do these things to the people who you selling out behind that keyboard in real life. And then if you just so happen to run across somebody who you was talking tough to somewhere and that person whoop your ass, then the reality sets in your mind that you realize that I can't do none of the shit that I was just talking about in all caps, you know what I mean, behind that computer screen.
True.
Reality sets in. You get what I'm saying? Reality sets in. You know, You feel me? That's all I'm saying. I just want to throw that out there. Before we get into the show, we got to say all praise is due to the Most High, the Most Exalted. You know, the slimiest human being on the planet Earth, Mr. Al Haney.
Well, you know, I guess I got to be like everybody else and sing Al Heyman. I can quit my job now, baby. 6 figures, baby. You feel me? I'm about to
But a name. Do you have a name?
Oh, nah, I ain't got no name, you know.
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. The names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican monster.
Yeah, man, it is what it is, man. Y'all know what time it is, man. Shout out to Dr. Umar, man, the Pan-African movement. Right now, we taking back Zamunda, and we bringing the snow bunnies with us.
See your eyes shine, she's my snow bunny, please. And with the lights, too, she's my sweet Dr. Free. Talk to my nose, this love has got it so raw. Make you move, stepping out, from out of control.
Turn it up, it's me against the light.
Snow bunny,
Moving on the bar, everything's alright. Got that smooth soul feel.
no, that's
Dance a little along with my snow. Turn it up, then party about the night.
see your eyes shine, she's my snow bunny, please. And with the lights, too, she's my sweet Dr. Free. Talk to my nose, this love has got it so raw. Make you move, stepping out, from out of control.
Turn it up, it's me against the light.
Snow bunny,
Moving on the bar, everything's alright. Got that smooth soul feel.
no, that's
Dance a little along with my snow. Turn it up, then party about the night.
see your eyes shine, she's my snow bunny, please. And with the lights, too, she's my sweet Dr. Free. Talk to my nose, this love has got it so raw. Make you move, stepping out, from out of control.
Turn it up, it's me against the light.
Snow bunny,
Moving on the bar, everything's alright. Got that smooth soul feel.
no, that's
Dance a little along with my snow. Turn it up, then party about the night.
Yeah, man, you know that's a number one platinum song in the hood, Snow Bunny Love. Y'all call your local radio stations, man, in your city and request Snow Bunny Love. You get what I'm saying? It's number one with a bullet at the liquor store. We trying to get it to go international.
true,
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, we trying to the number one most requested song in the hood. We trying to get it to go international, try to go triple platinum. Hey, shout out to Moti.
Hey, okay.
Moti say, Coach, we need Dr. Umar on the team. He said we need Dr. Umar. He said we need Dr. Umar on the team. Hey, you know what? Dr. Umar is from Philly though. I want to, Philly niggas is known for throwing hands. So he is from Philly. Well, we need to see if he can throw hands though. I don't know if he can throw no hands. So we need some. Hey, we need somebody who can throw some hands. He's 6'3", but can he throw hands? That's what we need to know. Can he throw hands? You get what I'm saying? Oh, listen. Can we throw hands? That's what I want to know. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. It is what it is. Yeah, anyway, hold on, let's go over here. Let's check this out. Check out some of this interview now. We're not gonna look at all of it because it's too long. But I just want to cover the parts that I wanted couple of the parts that stood out. And because I want to use these as teaching moments and teaching points. And I like to do that. So hold on. Before we do that, let's do this. Before we do that, let's do this. Y'all want to see some funny shit? This some funny shit right here. I ain't gonna lie. So right here, right? you can see Los Vatos up here at the top, and then we got the Canelo and Crawford fight right here at the bottom. Now I want y'all to listen with your ears, and I want y'all to look at the body expressions. You know what I mean? That's what I want you to do.
Entra y ahí está, ahí tiene que aprovechar, pero gran contragolpeo de Crawford y se mueve. Ahí adelante en la esquina de Saúl Canelo Álvarez, hacia las laterales se ha pegado. Entra ahora se le escapó, lo agarra de una seguidilla.
Look at it.
Canelo se quedó parado en el centro.
Hey, hold on, I want to tell y'all something. Y'all see how quiet they is? Y'all see how quiet they was, right? Bro, it was just like that at the arena. I swear to God, when everybody was leaving, but boy, I'm telling you, ask anybody who was there. It was so quiet. You could hear a catfish piss on the water.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, that's why I played it right, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Oh, let's look at that one more time. One more again. You know, we're going to do this one for the hood.
Entra y ahí está. Ahí tiene que aprovechar, pero gran contragolpeo de Crawford. Y se mueve. Ahí alerta en la esquina de Canelo Álvarez. Hacia las laterales.
Oh, look at that. This dude right here. This him for me. This him for me. This one right here in the white shirt. Look how he looking. Look at bro, look how he looking right here at the white shirt. I just saw this. Look at he looking right here with the white shirt on. Hey, bro, you saw look at that right at the bottom. Bro, look at the white shirt, bro. And the look on his face. Hold on, we'll tell you another one too. Let's look at this other dude right here. Look at this one right here. He got his Canelo hat on. He got his hands behind his head. Look how he looking. Look how he looking. Hey, look at this, fam. Look, hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait. Hey, bro. Look how he look like he just so disinterested. Bro, look. Hey, Keith, look how he looking. And then this one right here got his hand on his mouth. This one right here biting his fingernails. Listen, he got his hand on his mouth. This one right. Listen, these two right here, right? Yeah, this right there, that right there. Then this, he holding his knee, he looking worried. This one got his hand on his mouth. This one biting his fingernails. This one. He got a look. He got a look of disbelief on his face. This one, he's shocked. This one over here, I don't know who this is. This look like she block. This look like she block back here. This look like she block back here. But I know it ain't she block because the house look too nice. He don't live in no house nice like this. But it look like she block back here. So, bro, that shit right there. Hey, bro, I swear to God, that shit funny to the motherfucker. I don't give a damn what a nigga say. That shit funny. Hey, hell. Hey, Cole, motherfucker, boy, this shit, boy. Hey, Mr. G4L, bro, that was my first time. Hey, that was my first time looking at that. Hey, shout out to Naj. Naj, what's going on? Bro, I swear, that was my first time really focusing on it. That's why I'm laughing so much. Cause I looked at it and I was trying to chuckle a little bit, but I never like zoomed in on the video and broke it down. You get what I'm saying? Me breaking it down, I'm like, damn, look like a damn funeral. I'm like, hey, hold on. Somebody said make it bigger. Let me see, can I make it bigger? Hold on, bear with me. I'm seeking out on Facebook. Yeah, let me see, can I make it bigger? Yeah, this shit. Oh, hold on. I know what I need to do. My bad. Here you go right here. That's the best I can do. Hold on, here we go. Here you go. Better rubbing his forehead. Hot right there, boy. Look sad. Look like the Great Depression. Nigga look like he just got fired from his last job. This was my last job, dog. Man, God damn, got fired right before he was gonna get the paycheck and rent due. That's how they looking. But they looking like, motherfucker looking like they don't bet the house. They don't bet the house. Those motherfuckers don't bet the house. Oh my gosh. These motherfuckers don't bet the house. Boy, motherfuckers. Hey, bro, you can't make this shit up. But it's just, anyway, let's get to the interview. All right, sorry about that, y'all. Y'all know. Y'all know what it is.
The stickiest of the icky. You want to smoke with the old boy Rick James?
bro, sorry about that. My bad, dog. My bad. Anyway, I do not own the rights to this material. It's for education purposes only. Let's go ahead. We're gonna look at a little bit. Look at a little bit of it at a time. I have 3 points I want to point out in this interview. It's just too much information. So y'all check the interview out. I dropped the link.
Turki had to pay him all this crazy.
Yeah.
What was that conversation like with him when you went to him and said, "This is the fight I want"?
Because Turki, he didn't want the fight at first because he was just like the size difference. You know, same thing like everybody else, size difference. He like, you can fight somebody else in a smaller weight class and it'll be, you know what I mean, safer for you.
Yeah.
Damn, see, I didn't know that. I didn't even know that Turki didn't want this fight at first. So I didn't know that at all.
I don't think you should move up 2 weight classes and fight.
It's crazy on paper.
You know, and I'm like, nah, that's what I want. I don't want nobody else. That's what I want. I said, who else is there to fight? You know? Who? I said, Boots, that does nothing for my career. Virgil, that does nothing for my career. I said, look at Majimov. He was the #1 154-pounder in the division. I went up and fought him, and everybody, he fought this guy. Yes, he was the #1 champion, #1 guy in the division. That's why I fought. That was
And another thing too, we learned a lot about what happened with the Fendora stuff, right? Because I do remember this. I got the video. We did a show on it when Bud moved up to 154. He wanted to fight Fendora, Sebastian Fendora. So Sebastian Fendora had the WBC and the WBO belt at the time after beating Tim Tszyu. And Bud moved up to 154, and he was the mandatory for the WBO. And he explained that entire situation, what happened. And I remember it like it was yesterday. You get what I'm saying? So you know the typical PBC bullshit. But I remember talking to Steve Kim, and he said, "You know what, Coach?" He said because if Errol Spence would have beat Terence Crawford, then that would have extended him a little bit more. Then he was going to go on to fight Errol. He was going to go on to fight Canelo at 164. Steve Kim said this. I said that on this show before. He was going to fight him, but when Crawford beat him, stopped him, he destroyed the PBC. And then later on that year, Showtime went out of business, and it ain't been the same since. You get what I'm saying? So, it was like Steve Kim said that on this show, and he was so right. He was so right about it. You get what I'm saying? So it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. But anyways, hold on, let's keep playing.
Avoided by a lot of people.
Tricky style.
That's why I fought.
Yeah.
You know, so he was just like, we can fight somebody else. I know that's what I want. And he's like, okay, that's who you want. Then that's who I'm gonna go for. That's how I'm gonna see, you know what I mean, if we can get it done. So a lot of people looking at Canelo like, oh man, Turki had to pay him all this crazy amount of money for him to fight Crawford and this and that. No, he got a 3-fight deal +1. You know, Turki did pay him a lot of money, you know what I mean? But in that option, he had to fight Terence Crawford. You know, so everything worked out, you know what I mean, for the best.
Yeah. Can you talk about that though? Can you talk about your negotiations to make this fight?
Now, I said this on this show before. I don't think a lot of people didn't believe me. I said I spoke to someone at Top Rank. I don't want to say his name. I got a good relationship with him. I don't want to say his name, and I don't think he want that information put out there. But I told him, I said that damn, now I forgot what I was going to say. No. Yeah, I was talking to somebody at Top Rank, and he told me, he said that we were talking about Jared Anderson and how Jared Anderson got beat by Martin Bacole on the Crawford Martimov card. I was at that fight in LA. And I said, man, bro, what was, how y'all make that fight? Because, Top Rank matchmake very, very well. They got some of the best matchmakers in boxing. They matchmake very, very well. And I'm like, man, how y'all let that go down though? Martin Bacole and Jared Anderson, you know his defensive flaws when he fought Charles Martin. You saw what Charles Martin did to him, almost knocked him out about 3 times and had to hold him up and all that stuff there. What made you make that? He said, man, when nothing we can do. He said, man, Turki Alashikh, he made that deal directly with the fighter. I said, well, how can he make the deal directly with the fighter when he's under contract with you? He said, man, that's what he does. He reaches out directly to the fighter. I said, y'all can't sue? He said, what the fuck? How we gonna sue a fucking guy who's connected to the crown prince of Saudi Arabia? What we gonna do? We can't sue him. You get what I'm saying? And I said that on this show. I'm not gonna say the person's name, but that's what he said. So I want to add that some context.
Like, I ain't saying numbers. I'm saying just the process to like get it done when you was like, all right, my side is done. I negotiated my side.
It was tough. It was tough because I remember, they all brought me in, and it was crazy. They was like, you by yourself.
Where was you at? What country? Where was you at?
I think we was in.
That's when they had that big event.
It was for
in
Shakur
was it
fight.
London?
It was for Shakur fight, and I think we was in Saudi.
Okay.
So.
Oh, that's when Shakur was supposed to fought Kid Austin, and Kid Austin pulled out. Okay, I remember that.
They brought me in there. Then we went to the little back room, and we was there for like 9 hours, going back and forth.
Dang.
They not budging, I'm not budging. I'm in that mug like this. I'm like,
by yourself,
by myself.
Hey, bro, that's crazy. Now, because 9 hour negotiations, I ain't never been on that level, so yeah, I can't really, you know what I mean? Say I have any experience with that. I don't. But he said that they're not budging and he not budging. Now, one thing I can tell you about Bud, he's very stubborn. He's very stubborn. So he's the type of person, look, this what I want. That's it. You get what I'm saying? And he gonna be stuck on that. He's real stubborn.
And they calling Turki. He's not. they talking in their language and texting, and we going back and forth. And yeah, I'm like, man, I just want to talk to Turki. They's like, you can't talk to Turki because he's your friend.
So they trying to protect Turki from the friendship.
Yes,
because he gonna give in.
Yes. So
check this out. That's some great insight, and that's a good teaching point, because sometimes, like, when people get money, you're very charitable to your family, your close friends, and then if you're a close friend that knows somebody who got some money, or you got a family member that have money, you are the one who more than likely people are going to come to help solve their financial problems. And if you do it for them one time, they're going to want you to do it for them the second time, then the third time, then the fourth time, and the fifth time. And then, you emotionally attached to these people. So you may loan some of the money, or I'm talking about on the big level. Like if you loan some of the money, or certain things that you may overlook because of your relationship with that individual, that you shouldn't overlook. Had it been anyone else that you don't have a close relationship with, you never would have made that deal that way. You get what I'm saying? So what Turki did in this, I think he has a buffer. What he did in this particular instance, since Terence Crawford is his favorite fighter, he did not want to make a business decision from an emotional standpoint. You get what I'm saying? So he let somebody else negotiate it who is not emotionally attached to Crawford the way he is. And bro, I like listening to that. I'm like, damn, dog. Damn, that gave me some insight. I said, if I ever touch some bread, that's how I might have to do this.
Basically, it was like,
that's crazy.
Hey, we gotta get the deal done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you can see Turki when you get the deal done. And I'm like, oh, man, listen, y'all talk about ain't making sense.
Yeah. Did you have a number though?
Yeah.
Or you kind of had a number, like, I want to be in this range,
yeah,
right?
I had a number, and it was just like, they're like, man, listen, we gonna have to talk. so we all in that motherfucker for like, you know what I mean, 9 hours, dog.
9 hours, bro.
I'm telling you. I'm straight.
That's
bro.
Crazy.
They tired, sleepy, irritable. Like you could tell everybody frustrated. But it was one time, it was like at a moment where we just sitting in that mug like this.
Right.
Just trying to figure it out. Like, everybody just quiet. And I'm like,
I ain't budging.
Man, I feel like y'all trying to jump me because y'all keep bringing people in to try to negotiate. And I'm like, that's not going to work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Listen, bro, the dude stubborn as hell, bro. Just look at this here. He fought Errol Spence. He convinced Spence, no, we got to do a coin flip to see who walk out first. It's going to be 50-50, you know. Ain't going to be none of that back end shit. I ain't down with back end promotions. No, I ain't finna be none of that. You know, whatever arrangement you got with Al Heyman for your money, my money ain't gonna be like that. Like, bro, he's stuck on that. And I remember everybody was making videos. Oh man, why Arrow caving in to Crawford? Crawford ain't nobody. You know, that nigga do bad business. All that stuff there. It's funny because Bud said something in his interview about the pro PBC fans. In his interview, we're gonna go to it. He said them pro PBC fans who say I do bad business. He said, had I listened to them, you know, you should have signed with Al and did this. He said, look at me now. And bro, I promise you, bro, I don't have any factual proof on this, but every time I talk to Bud, that's what I talk to him about. I said, Bud, they say you do bad business. That's what they say. You know, your detractors and the people who don't like you. I say, well, shit, if Bud doing bad business, that I need to be doing business like Bud because you's an 8-figure nigga. A 2-figure nigga who waiting on donations and direct deposits from YouTube is telling an 8-figure guy that lives in a mansion and have a hell of a portfolio full of properties, but walk around like he broke. They gonna tell him that he doing bad business. The broke dude telling the rich dude he doing bad business. Well, if he doing bad business, what type of business are you doing, sir? Because you got a 2-figure net worth. What you doing? Good business? So I swear to God, bro, every time when I talk to him, I bring that up. I even said that in the interview, the first interview I did with him. I said that in there. That's a section in that. There's chapters. It's timestamped in that interview. And I said that exact same thing to him. I say the pro PBC guys, or whatever, said that, you know, you do bad business and stuff like that. I said, well, hell, look at it. You know, look at all the money you made at Top Rank. And then when you left Top Rank, you made even more money as a free agent when you left Top Rank. So had you listened to those guys, you didn't have to sign with Al Heyman or this and that. If you listen to those guys, you wouldn't be where you at. And guess what? Them same 2-figure niggas still making videos hating right now. True. You can't make it up. It's like, you know, you flying around on a private jet and motherfucker on the ground. Yeah, nigga, I see you up there, boy. I don't care about you in that private jet. You doing bad business. You doing bad. I don't care about that G5 jet. Oh, you coming back across the skies, coming back across the skies. I'm sitting at the bus stop waiting. You get what I'm saying? Like, you can't make this up, bro. To this day. Like, this is crazy. Anyways, let's continue.
So we finally came to terms. And
did you get to terms that day, or you got close that day?
Everything happened that day. There ain't nothing. Ain't nothing. No, it's you. Not your lawyer. Not this guy. Not this guy. It's you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We talking to you, so you gonna have to figure it out.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And we can figure the contract stuff later. But far as, you know, the number,
yeah.
This is gonna be a number that you figure out. So we going back and forth and we figuring it out, and then we came to a agreement. And I'm like, man, it wasn't an agreement that they wanted. It wasn't an agreement that I wanted. So it's kind of like in the middle. So it was just like.
And another thing about this interview, you know, Andre Ward asked him. He said, "Man, would you like to share the number that you got, you know, that you got paid or something like that?" He said, "I know the number that you put out there, but we know that ain't true." Because people are like, "Yeah, Bud only made 10 million. He made way more than that." But that's neither here nor there. That's beside the point. Believe what you want to believe. But he brought that up too. You get what I'm saying? So this a hell of an interview, bro. Like, this the best to me, in my opinion. And I could be biased, I don't know, but this is one of the best interviews on the internet right now. True. Yeah, Andre Ward, a monster, boy, when it comes to these interviews, bro. I ain't gonna lie, he real good. You know, I respect it, boy. Now let's move here. Let's go here. Let's go to this part.
Like, yeah, like you.
Hold on. This is what he say? Oh, he's talking about how is this the one? He's talking about how God worked. See. You know, I said here before. You know, sometimes you'll have so many people hating on you, and you got a lot of you got enemies. You know, God will make a table for you in the midst of your enemies. Just imagine just a bunch of motherfuckers just hating on you 24/7, right? You know, they throwing smut on your name, they shitting on you, they making videos about you, they leaving nasty comments, whatever, right? Whatever they're doing all day, every day, right? And so what happens is, you know, people find joy in other people's pain because hurt people. So they ain't got shit going on in their life. So they want to project what they don't have going on in their life onto you and hope that you are having a worse day than them. So, you know, as I said before, like you talking about someone, a dark-skinned black man from North Omaha, Nebraska. There's nothing there. I think Gabrielle Union is from Omaha, Nebraska. Of course, we know Malcolm X is talking about as it relates to FBAs and blacks and stuff like that. But yeah. So I think that's you get what I'm saying? Coming out of North Omaha, Nebraska, bro. Like that, nothing like that happened like that. So, you know, God would choose the unlikeliest of places to bring one to you. You know what they say, old saying as well, you know, Jesus said, I come to my own, but my own recognize me not. You know what I mean? So sometimes, you know, the prodigal son be sick to you, but the people never know who the prodigal son is till when he gone. Then they realize, God damn, we ain't even realize, they ain't realize it. The people are always the last to come to the conclusion of what they should have came to the conclusion of. Anyways, let's go.
Like, I really wanted this, but I take that. And they really wanted to do this, but we can agree to that. Did you talk to Turki after?
Yeah.
What'd he say?
Nothing. He just was telling me, why didn't you agree to the deal? I said, man, why I couldn't talk to you from the jump?
What did he say when you said that?
He just was like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm his favorite fighter. And, you know, he want to take the friendship out of business, like the heart. Like, basically, you know what I mean? I can't do business with you like I do with everybody else because, you know, we friends. So this is why I have a team, you know, to keep my emotions away from business. You know what I mean? I respect it. I'm
Checks
just
and
like,
balances,
man,
yeah.
I'm like, man, I respect all that. You know what I mean? Because, you know.
Oh, okay. You got the team to keep your emotions away from business. Yeah. Yeah, you got to do that. You definitely got to do that.
It's been times that, you know, I done did the same. Like, hey, things like that, you know, when we friends, like, I'm going to give in to my brother. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm going to give my brother what he wants if I got it. So, you know, when we doing real business, we gotta take that out of the equation, you know, and talk to the lawyers or something like that. Man, leave me out of it.
Man, bro, look how God worked though, bro. Like,
now this the part I like right here.
Yeah, like you battling, doing what you doing, and you've been making your money. You've been negotiating, doing your thing, and we're gonna talk about that because you put a number out there, bro, and people really think you made that number. And I ain't asking for you to say what number you made. I'm saying you got people out here that he just finally made this. I'm like, bro, this is y'all tripping. But look how God worked though, bro. You battling outside the ring, you dealing with the stuff that fighters got to deal with, especially when you stand on something. If you just say yes, man, and you gonna do whatever to suit.
Man, Andre Ward is a phenomenal interviewer. He's a phenomenal interviewer, bro, and he's a great person.
Or your promoter tell you to do, you probably not gonna have no problem outside the ring. But if you somebody that stand on business, you got a vision for your life and your career, and you gonna make sure it goes in that direction, you gonna have some stuff that come up. But you get a dude way across the world, bro, and you his favorite fighter.
And he know everything about me.
He know everything about you, and his main goal is to get you the big fight.
Yes.
Bro, that's crazy to me. When did you first meet him or get wind of him?
Man, I got wind of him, you know, years ago. You know, there was actually, you know, somebody else in his position, you know, that I was his favorite fighter.
Damn, so I didn't know none of this shit. I didn't know any of this. This some insightful stuff.
You know, and he wanted to do business with me, but you know, he wasn't on the level of Turki. They like, man, he nothing. So when Turki came into position, you know, and I met Turki, you know what I mean, it was just different. Like he wanted the best for me because he seen how, you know, I was getting blackballed. He seen how the system was, you know, doing me. He seen how, you know, the promoters was having this agenda to assassinate my character. And, you know, it wasn't just Top Rank, you know, it was, you know, other promoters like, oh, he don't sell. But when you look at every arena that I didn't fought in, I didn't packed it.
Vegas,
you know?
MSG.
It didn't matter where it was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Packed it, you know? And so he just like, you know, I dislike the promoters. Instead of them.
You know what? To be honest, and I said this all the time on this show. I say, man, the reason why the American boxing scene has fell off is because of the promotional companies. You had Top Rank, you had PBC, Golden Boy, and then Eddie Hearn's over there overseas with Matchroom. But they was playing this keep everybody out, wrong side of the street. You signed with the wrong promotional company stuff. They had this like little Cold War going on. Wasn't really making the big fights. Now, Top Rank and PBC did make the Tyson Fury fight. They made the Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder fight. And they had no problem making that fight. But then when it came to certain other fighters, there was certain other fighters on the wrong side of the street. But Wilder and Fury was in the same situation. They made that fight like that 3 times. But and then Golden Boy, you got what's going on with the Golden Boy situation and stuff like that. So it was crazy. So, you know, and they were depending on the network's money in order to keep them afloat, because the networks was putting the money up, and then they got money to, you know, of course, you know, the networks will produce the actual show, you know, the production of the actual fight and the lead up and stuff like that with their camera crews and stuff. And now that the networks have taken money, have pulled back from boxing, now these promotional companies got to hold their own nuts. They have to hold their own nuts. You get what I'm saying? And now it's like you don't even know if PBC exists anymore. Bro, like, you know, Top Rank, it's like, you get what I'm saying? It's like, you know, and then Golden Boy, they got to deal with the zone, but it's like, and who excited to see Golden Boy fights? So it's, they did it to themselves. So this is why I say you can't come and blame Turki Alashikh, like y'all did it to yourself. He don't came in, you know, and now he don't took it over.
Promoting you, they trying to tell you now. You know, but I just wouldn't let them. I just, you know, keep doing what I'm doing. And, you know, I always said, as long as I keep winning, that's all that matters. So when a lot of people say, oh, well, he was fighting Canelo for the money. You know, I got money. I been had money. You know, I could have been retired. You know, I was fighting for legacy. Legacy was what I was fighting for, because I knew beating Canelo was going to do something that never been done before, you know? So my thing was, this is an opportunity for not only for me to shut all these people up that says all these negative things about me, but to be a slap in the face for all these promoters and managers that, you know, says all these things and say that I can't do this and I can't do that.
Right. Look how God work. You stay down until you come up, man. He'll assign people to you to bless you and to get you where he wants you to go. And it's somebody that we never heard of. Dude just came on the scene and made you his priority, bro. So that's a blessing. And the thing about, like, he fighting Canelo, or you fighting for a payday. Duh.
Right.
Who's fighting for free?
You know what? We talk about that on this show as well. Like, the motherfuckers, you got some of the dumbest motherfuckers online, just online on social media, period. But in the boxing space, they say some of the dumbest shit. Yeah, oh man, he's fighting for a payday. Do you have a job, sir? Yes. Do you go to work for a payday? Absolutely. What you think Canelo fighting for free? No, Canelo was fighting for a payday as well. He received the highest payday he's ever made for a fight, fighting Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford made the most money he's ever made for one fight Canelo Alvarez. So what the fuck are you talking about? Everybody wants a payday, fool. So anyways, broke niggas having rich nigga conversations.
No, I don't want just a payday. I want a career high payday.
Facts.
Then we gonna do the money thing. Then we gonna do the legacy thing. Now, if I'm just trying to take it for the money and I really don't think I can beat you, that's a different situation. So people gotta understand, oh, you just want to do it for the money. Who's fighting for free?
Nobody.
Please tell me. Nobody. So I can't fight right until I get this fight right. Once I take care of that at the table, all right, let's go get ready now, get my body right. So I don't understand. So y'all need to stop saying, I know it's popular, payday. Yes, that's what you want when you fighting big name guys. I want that payday.
Yeah, so that right there. Hey, shout out to the Jab Queen. Salute Jab Queen. Shout out to Miss Connie. Shout out to Deal. Shout out to that 90s chick as well. Mika Love 'em. My sister Lisa Bells. G5 from the Bronx. Jamie from New York. Yeah, that shit killed me. You know, he wanted payday. Every time a motherfucker shoot a video, every time a motherfucker go live, and when the 21st of the month come here, guess what? They expect to get paid off of YouTube. Ask any of these content creators who make videos. Google direct deposits drop between the 21st and the 26th of the month. So what the fuck are you talking about, sir, ma'am? Anyways, yeah, you know, shit. Never get financial advice from a broke mofo. Let's see. And look at how God worked. And I'm bearing witness to that right now, what's going on in my life. I have things that's going on in my life. I'm like, man, when I first started this YouTube channel, January 2021, I did not foresee me being in the position that I am in today. And I did not, but now that I'm in the position that I am today, I have deeper foresight into what is to come. But there's a lot more stuff that's coming down the pipe that I'm not even at liberty to speak about, because it's just certain things you don't talk about. Because, you know, sometimes you talk about them and then, you know, somebody try to ruin your blessing. So you just don't say anything. You just keep, you know, so it's a whole lot of shit I got going on. I ain't saying nothing. I'm just going to keep doing what I've been doing. But yeah, so that's how it works. So it's like, okay, once you make a commitment to do something and you focus, you put your mind and energy into it, and you have tunnel vision, and you just, all you see is that. So you got to be like a horse on a racetrack with blinders on. You don't see what's to the left, you don't see what's to the right, you focus straight ahead, and you don't go backwards. Because if you go backwards, you're going to trip over something. And there's an old saying, only a fool trips over something that's behind him. If you trip over something that's behind you, that means you're walking backwards. True. Or you living backwards. And we know to live backwards is evil. So let's continue. Let's see. 114. We'll go to 114, and that's gonna be it. That's gonna be it. Number drop phone lines. All right, cool. Let's go ahead.
I'm just chilling right now. I haven't even got the time to sit down with my team.
Yeah, he spoke about, I asked him this question too. He spoke about he don't, you know, about retiring and all that stuff there. He, you know, so
and talk with them and, you know, things like that. I talk with my family. I know with my family more, but you know, it's a team effort.
Turkey gonna make it hard on you, dog. We heard him fight week. No retirement. He gonna make it hard on you, bro.
But look, man, look, that's the thing. You know, you gotta have strong will. You know, because a lot of things gonna be thrown at you, but it's up to you to, you know what's right, what's wrong. So
you've been making them decisions your whole career, man. So I know you're gonna make the right one here, brother. Man, you came out to the Bay, I think it was like 2021 or something like that. We spent a couple days in the gym. You came to my house. You was like, how it feel to be rich.
Now, this is what I want y'all to see. This is in closing. How does it feel to be rich?
I didn't really know how to answer you, dog. I was just like, it feel good.
How it feel?
I'm gonna ask you the same thing.
But how it feel? Tell me how it feel.
It feel good. But how does it feel? And I know you've been getting money for a long time, but how does it feel, Terrence, to be rich?
It has its days. You know,
it ain't always good. Huh?
It ain't always good. You know, people think it's always good, but it ain't. But, you know, it's great being comfortable and not having to worry about nothing. You know, that's the joy of it. You know, you have no worries, and it's a tool that you can use to make you more comfortable. It don't make you happy, but it definitely make you comfortable. You know, so it's good.
I'd rather take the pressure and whatever hard come with having money and people wanting it and trying
For
to manage
sure.
it, then that other hard of not having it.
That's a fact. But
So that's an old saying, and I got this from Reverend Ike. Reverend Ike had an old saying back in the day, said that it's better than to have money and not need it than to need it and not have it. So that's what Andre Ward is saying in a different way. You know, we've been saying that for years over here on this show because I love the movie Car Wash, and Richard Pryor plays a character. I think his name is Daddy Rich in Car Wash. We talking about the movie that came out in the 70s. Car Wash had Rolls Royce singing the song Car Wash and did the soundtrack for it and stuff like that. And he was Daddy Rich. He got out of the limousine and he had the Pointer Sisters around him and they was singing and stuff like that. And Daddy Rich came out with the gold cup and he said, "I shall not be moved." And then he went up there and sat down on the chair and the old man was shining his shoes. And you had the black militant dude, Bill Duke, the actor Bill Duke played the black militant dude. I think his name was Abdullah. Abdullah came over there. He was Muslim. He had the kufi on his head and all that stuff there. And he said, he called Daddy Rich a pimp. Now, Richard Pryor played a character called Daddy Rich. Daddy Rich was imitating Reverend Ike. The actual Reverend Ike. He was imitating Reverend Ike because Reverend Ike was a prosperity preacher. And he didn't believe in no spook God in the sky. He believed in the God within and how you can change your life and you can will, you know, you get what I'm saying? Will shit, you know, things into existence that you want. You have the power to change your own life. That was Reverend Ike, right? So he called Reverend Ike a pimp or something in there, and then he said something about the money and all. He said something about money, and then Reverend Ike said, no, he said, why don't you come join my church? He said, I don't. He said, I don't believe. He said, why don't you come join my church and believe in my God? He said, I don't believe in your God. He said, I don't know why. My God doing all right by me. You get what I'm saying? So he started laughing and said, right? He said, because I believe that it's better than to have money and not need it than to need it and not have it. And guess what? I totally agree with that.
True.
Yeah. It's better than to have money and not need it than to need it and not have it. Bro, because just imagine how rough a lot of people's lives are, including mine, or whatever the case may be. But when you need some money and it ain't there, you ain't got it. A certain bill need to be paid. You ain't got the money to pay it. You might have to overdraft your bank account just to cover a bill, and you know they're gonna hit you with $230 overdraft fees. And if you don't have the money, you don't have all the money in there about 30 days, you know what I mean? They're gonna hit you with another fee. So you go ahead and know you got to get that money back. I've been there.
True.
Yeah, motherfucker gotta go to the check cashing place, and you got to pawn your VCR, put it in the pawn shop, or you get what I'm saying? Yeah. The real shit. I'm talking about real. Hey, shout out to D-Town Funk. Real life struggle, bro. Shit, I'd rather have problems with money than have problems without money. 7 days a week and twice on Sunday. They say money don't buy happiness. Shitting me. Shit, I tell you what, I'd be a lot more happier with money than a lot more happier without it. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying me. You know what I mean?
That's a fact. But me being the type of person that I am and travel the world and being able to see how happy people is with nothing, that makes me think different, you know, because we take materialistic things and material things to the extreme, you know, when we all should just be blessed that we wake up in the morning, you know? It's a blessing to have your legs. It's a blessing to have your arms, your eyes, your ears, your teeth, your nose, you know? It's a blessing to see. But we don't look at things like that, you know? So when I'm in different countries and I go to the slums and to see how happy they is with nothing, I come back like, man, we tripping over here. Yeah, we tripping. Like we take too much for granted, you know?
Bro, that's a hell of a perspective, bro. That's a hell of a perspective. Hey, shout out to Flex. Shout out to Lil Jessica. Shout out to Damian Bennett. That's a hell of a perspective, bro. Like you got, you know, it's so much shit we complain about on a daily basis that we don't have, that we just overlook what we have, what we already, you know, we so busy looking at what we don't have, what we ain't got, that we don't appreciate what we have. Man say he been to different countries. You got some motherfuckers don't even leave their neighborhood. You got some motherfuckers don't even leave their city. So they don't have a worldly view perspective because their paradigm is shaped by their everyday environment. They don't get the opportunity to experience other things. So in order to see things from a different perspective, you know, yeah, I got money, but it's just some shit that we just overlook. And I think this might be one of the reasons why, as I said before, and I've been around him, and he treats everybody the same. Like when Ghost, he don't like this character, but when Amari Hardwick, the guy you know is Ghost on Power, we were sitting around talking, and he was in the house. He was in all of us was in Bud's mother's house, and she was feeding everybody. I think Miss Deborah, we had fish. We had fish one day, and then I think we had fish one day, and then the next day we had chicken and stuff like that. Miss Deborah can cook, bro. Boy, that woman can cook, bro. And Amari Hardwood was in there mingling with everybody, talking to people, taking pictures with everybody, and Bud was in there. Clarissa Shields came in there, and he treats them the same way he treats, you know, the non-famous people. And he treats the non-famous people the same way he treats the famous people. It's like he's really like, you know, there's no differentiating between the two. There's no, I'm gonna treat him a little bit better because he said it's nah, he treat everybody the same way. You get what I'm saying? So I think maybe that, you know, that has a lot to do with his perspective as well.
This person, you know, that got their legs chopped off because they're diabetic. You know what they'll do to have your legs? This person that's in the grave, that's passed, ain't waking up in the morning. This person that's in jail for life, that's in a hole, he can't go outside and smell fresh air. So we take a lot of things for granted, and we think money is, you know, a tool that's going to solve everything, and it's not. So me personally being rich is cool, but I don't just want to be rich. I want to be wealthy so I can help the people that I need to help, you know, that's in need, that's going to appreciate it and is going to make me happy inside for helping somebody else.
Come on. I'm happy for you, dog. I seen the journey. You did it.
Hold on, what's that?
It's your way.
Yeah, he did it this way.
And sometimes when you like a mad scientist, your way seem like it ain't working sometimes. And that's when a lot of people got a lot to say. But it was dope seeing you stick to what you believe, and you never left Omaha. They told you had to act a certain way. They tried to, when that didn't work, then they tried to spin it and say, you can't talk. He don't want to do media. That was a lie. Well, he's never going to do this. He's not going to beat this guy. And you stayed down, bro, until you came up. And you a great example, bro, not just for the youngsters, but for people like me. We have great conversations, but just I'm a person that pick up stuff from just watching. So I've seen how you've moved, and man, I appreciate you, bro. And boxing appreciates you, bro. And you a great father, man. And but you got a house on Ghost Street, my boy.
Hey, check this out. I was talking to a friend of mine named Sydney, right? That's he's kind of like my brother. We really kind of like, we're not real brothers, but we've been knowing each other since 1986. That's my partner, man. And me and him were talking one day, right? I was saying, Sid, you know, he got a trucking business. He got like 10 or 15 trucks on the road right now, doing very, very well. And I was talking to him, right? I say, man, you know what, Sid? You know, he know I do the boxing and stuff. And I was like, yeah, man, you know, I started this podcast like 2021. And you know, I still do my copywriting. I still do copywriting. So things kind of slowed up a little bit, but now things are going to get ready to pick back up on the copywriting. Because I just been busy doing so many different projects. And I told him, I said, you know what, fam? And I tell people this. I say, man, you know, sometimes when you working on things in life and you got a new job and you have a vision and you're trying to save money up and you're trying to buy a new house or you're trying to work on your relationships or you're trying to do whatever it is you're trying to accomplish. I said, you're always going to have people on the outside that may be close to you or not close to you looking in who going to have all kind of things to say, right? Like I say, it's the donkey in the ditch. You the donkey, you in the ditch. The ditch is the hole that you're in because life isn't fair. You are is an obstacle. Look at the hole as an obstacle. And the donkey is burdened with a great obstacle. He's trying to figure out, how can I get out of this hole? And while he's trying to figure out how can he get out of this hole, you have people who are throwing darts at you. They throwing stones at the donkey. Look at that donkey. Throw a rock down there. Pussy ass nigga. Throw another one at him. Bam. You know what I mean? Everybody casting stones. You know, saying all kind of negative shit, bad shit about you, right? And they don't cast all these stones. And the donkey is still trying to figure out how to get out of the ditch. Well, the donkey starts to realize that he's getting higher and higher and closer to the exit of the ditch. Why? Because so many people are casting stones at the donkey that they don't realize that every knock is a boost. The things that God sent them to do to you, like the gravitational pull of the with the space shuttle, of the Earth with the space shuttle, God is sending them there to, okay, you say this is what you want to do, we finna find out. Because as soon as you say you want to do something, you finna get tested. Simple as that. That's how it works. As soon as you say you want to do something, you know, then it's like, okay, we know the universe have a way of letting you know, okay, we finna find out if you really want to do that. Because in order to accomplish what you want to accomplish, it's gonna take some hard work, and it's gonna take some hard work, being consistent, and it's gonna take hard work and consistency. And doing the same thing every day when there's no reward, there's no money, there's no payment. And then people are looking at you laughing, oh man, this motherfucker's still up there telling jokes, or he's still trying to make this pop, or this man been talking about, you know, he been doing this same thing for 2-3 years now, ain't that pop yet. And when I was younger, I used to get mad at people, right? You know, because I used to tell people, I'm an ambitious person, real ambitious. And I say I'm going to do something, I do it. If I tell you I'm going to do something, I promise you're going to find me doing that. You know, unless if I'm physically unable to, you know, but outside of that, you're going to find me doing that. And I told my partner to see it. I said, man, you know what, man? You know, when God sends you a vision, you know, it's not meant for everybody to see it. So you can't get mad at someone because they don't believe in your dream. You can't get mad at someone because they don't believe in your vision. Man, I ain't got nobody around, but they don't even believe in me. I ain't got no support. Well, guess what? God didn't give them the vision. He gave it to you. It's not meant for them to believe in you. They don't see your vision. That's why it's called your vision, not their vision. It's called your vision. Do you get what I'm saying? If it was their vision, then they'll be able to see it. But they can't see what was given to you. So you have to be the one to understand that. Once you understand that, then I learned not to get mad at people for not seeing my vision. You get what I'm saying?
True, true, true.
You just do the work. You just do the work and you show them. Yeah, you just do the work. You just do the work and you show them. That's all. I'm trying to see something. My bad. Hold on, I'm trying to see something. Hold on. They said, hold on. I think they said something about Bill Haney. Yeah. Okay, cool. Oh, here you go. Right here. Yeah, here you go. Right here. Hold on. This one more. Dollar Bill. They said something about Dollar Bill.
The decision to face Canelo. Bill Haney conversation. So, if I'm not mistaken, Errol Spence 2 was still obviously contractually, y'all had an obligation. You didn't know
this was before that.
Even before?
Yeah.
Hold on, before
we even fought. Me and Errol Spence.
Hold on, bro. For real? I thought this was after.
No, this is before.
Crawford Spence won.
He said, man, don't even stop chasing Errol Spence. He was like, man, the guy to focus on chase is Canelo.
Really?
He was like, man, you can beat him. He was like, man, Spence, Canelo. And like every time I see him, he'd be like, Canelo. And I started laughing, you know what I mean? Because at first I'm like, man, that dude big. And then I started looking at him. I'm like, then we got a picture together years back when I was at 135. You know what I mean? I'm like, all right, we just same height, around the same size. Like, he a little thicker. Okay. I'm starting to look into it now because he already planted the seed, but now I'm like looking into it. Like, let me see what Bill
talking about.
Bill look
see
at now. What he see? So I'm, okay. This is what he talking about. Because he like, man, he's not a big dude. He just kept saying he's not a big dude and you can beat him. And then when I looked into it, I'm like, damn, Bill, right. You know what I mean? So then it was just like, okay, cool. Got the Spence fight. After the Spence fight, I'm like, I want to fight Canelo. You know what I mean? Spence was basically contracted to fight Canelo if he would have beat me at 164, you know? And I was just like, damn, since I beat him, I should get the opportunity.
All right, shut up.
You know what I mean? So it ain't going nowhere and things like that. So I'm like, all right, well, I'm done with 147. I ain't going back. I'm like, all right, I want to fight Fundora, you know, because I'm WBO. I can fight any one of the champions. He was WBC and WBO. So I'm like, I want to fight Fundora. You know what I mean? He got 2 belts. I want to become undisputed at 154. That was my train of thought. But when he said he didn't want to fight me because I wasn't basically big enough, I looked at him like, huh? I don't sell. That's what his.
No, the crazy part about it, Fundora don't sell shit. But I digress.
His handlers were saying, oh, I don't sell, and they want to fight Errol Spence because he's a bigger fight.
But you knew what that was, though.
Yeah. It's cool. It's cool. I'm not tripping on that because now they begging for a fight. Now they want to fight me now. I don't sell, so there's no need for you to even mention my name no more. Don't say Terence Crawford.
Yeah.
You know, all these guys that see now, they say, oh, he's the ticket. Win, lose, or draw, he's the ticket. I'll fight Terence Crawford. Come on, man. Boots had a chance to fight me. Virgil Ortiz had an opportunity to fight me, you know, but now everybody, oh, I fight Terence, or I'm this, I'm that. I'm like, okay, cool. When y'all had y'all opportunity, you know, y'all went elsewhere. But now that y'all see I'm the ticket, now y'all like, oh, yeah, we want to fight Terence Crawford. We want Terence Crawford. That's the narrative now. We want to fight Terence Crawford.
The Fundora thing, you seen that play coming a mile away. Like, as soon as that fight was even talked about, I said, it's going to be a phone call made, and he finna walk that back. Whether he wanted to fight or not, he wasn't going to be allowed to, and you know that. You know, Allen then made that call and was like, nah, we ain't going that way, you know? So, but the problem with that is that's you thinking about the first move. You're not thinking 2-3 steps up ahead, because now you're in the position you in, and he could have fought you. Right. So it you know, it's his loss, man. But real quick, back to
the crazy part about it is, like, bro, you look at all the shit Al Heyman was doing with his fighters. Look at his fighters now. The dude who y'all tried to block the most, the black fighter that got the most hate from other black content creators, as well as others. But 99% of the hate came from black content creators. And then because the promoters was controlling the narratives, whether it was Top Rank, PBC, or Golden Boy, or Matchroom, or whoever, right? Now look, the despised and the rejected has now become first. The guy who was last, who you shitted on and defecated on, now he's the guy who everybody talking about. Look how that worked. Look how all of it worked out. Look how all of it worked out at the end. Look at it. That's you can't stop. You can't stop what God has made destined for you. You can't stop. Most of these people on the wrong side of history, and it's fine. The videos are still out there.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Let's see. Hold on. I'm finna drop these phone lines. Shout out to Cam.
Hey, okay.
Dropping that quarter of a dub. He said money can't buy happiness, but it could damn sure purchase a smile. shit, money, shit. It depends. It depends on your perspective. Everyone's perspective. You get what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But as you know, as I said, I take the old Reverend Ike's saying, it's better than to have money and not need it than to need it and not have it. Phone lines open.
You want to talk some shit? Call me. Start some shit, bitch.
Sup, fool? You gonna talk shit about me, homie? Where you from?
Hundreds of niggas is waiting for your motherfucking call, and they all talking shit about you right now.
Call the coach at 530-494-9636. We waiting on your bitch ass. You guys know I got a saying over here. What do I say? I say sometimes you can hate a motherfucker so much you hate them to success. And 9 times out of 10, the motherfuckers who hating on you, they still in the same spot they was in when they started hating. They ain't got no motion. They ain't got no motion. They ain't got no motion. Ain't nobody checking for them. You get what I'm saying? When you ain't got no motion, ain't nobody checking for you, and then you got to put the work in. You got to put the work in order to get the motion going. Most motherfuckers, they don't have that work ethic. Cause the shit ain't easy. You get what I'm saying? So they just don't have no motion. That's just the reality of the situation. And I mean, and I think now that's why like I've changed a little. I even changed a little bit. You guys see, I don't even snap like I used to. It's like, you know what? There's no need. It's, like for what? Now it's like I just put my energy into other things. It's just too much good shit going on. And I realized the same motherfuckers who were saying the same thing in 2021, they still saying the same shit in 2025. And they haven't elevated. None of them have elevated at all. You get what I'm saying? So they don't understand the business of how this shit works. It's just all fake news, propaganda, and whatever. It's slander and, next super chat, the next Google AdSense deposit, whatever. That's about it. There's no growth there, Hey, shout out to Bristow. What'd you say? He said they caught the vapors. Hey, he said they caught the vapors. But that was my song, dog. Hold on. Where you at, fam? Where you at? Well, he said they caught the vapors. Hey, Bristow 40. Check this out. Bistro. Sorry about that. Bistro 40. Check this out. Boy, that was one of my favorite songs by the Biz. They caught the vapors. The vapors, bro. Bro, hey, fam, you brought back some memories with that one. The vapors. Man, hold on. You know what I need to do? Hold on. Hey, you know what? Let me download that, dog. Let me download that on my playlist right now. Boy, I'm trying to tell. Hold on. Biz Marquee. Okay, what the vapor? Hold on, I'm trying to. Oh, there you go right there. She caught the vapors. Look at that motherfucking song. But hey, I used to love that video too. And we used to do that dance. We used to do that vapors dance too. Okay, you know the little dance they were doing with it. You know the little dance they were doing with it in the video. We used to do that. He caught the vapors. We were doing. Well, he caught the vapors, dog. Yeah, they don't caught the vapors. Hey, hey, that was hating back then. That was hating. See, back then it was the vapors, right? The vapors was another way of saying you was hating. Now, the vapors was another way of saying, yeah, man, they were hating, dog, nigga hating, dog. They caught the vapors, dog. They started hating on me. So instead of saying, they started hating on me, man, they got the vapors, man. It means the same thing. It means the same thing. You get what I'm saying? So it means the same thing, though. They caught the vapors, dog. Yeah, man, got the vapors, man. I'm tired of man hating on it. You get what I'm saying? That was my song. Boy, that was my song, dog. You understand? Boy, listen, fam, I played that song to death. I played that song to death, bro. You get what I'm saying? Hey, the vapors. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, man. But I really like that interview, man. I'm telling Andre Ward is he a great interviewer. He a great interviewer, fam. He a great interviewer. I'm telling you, you know what I mean? So you don't find too many, it's a couple of cats I like watching that do good interviews. Stephen A. Smith do good interviews. I like his interviews. Shannon Sharp do good interviews. It's some people I'm forgetting. Well, in boxing, who do great interviews in boxing? Let's see. What's my main man name? What's this dude name right here? I forgot his name. I'm finna play the clip. He's in there with Booger Ray Leonard. Yeah, Brian Custer. Brian Custer do good interviews. I like the way he disarmed people with his questions. Like you gotta know how to disarm your victim. Now I don't want to say victim, but you gotta know how to, Brian Custer do good interviews. I like Steve Kim interviews by himself, but I don't like him with Mario Lopez. Mario Lopez has a tendency to, sometimes he'll cut you off, or sometimes he'll jump right in it. Like with Steve Kim talking, he'll jump right in it and try to answer the question on top of that. But that's what works for them. That's what works for them. But him by himself, Radio Raheem. Even though I ain't really too crazy about Radio Raheem like that. But Radio Raheem, he do good interviews. It's a couple people. Nesta Gibbs. I like Ness. Ness do good interviews. And speaking of Ness, I want to pivot a little bit. Now that I said something about Ness, Ness, I don't always agree with Ness, but the reason why out of everybody in boxing that I really have a lot of respect for, that I've dealt with, and I never met Ness before, never met him, but I watch his work. I admire his work. It's Ness. Nesta Gibbs started a podcast, started covering boxing for a long time ago, where it was nothing, and he built his platform up to where it's at, to where he's a mainstay in the sport of boxing. I kind of maybe foresee Turki Alashikh buying him out later in the future, something like that. Because they're looking to take over all the boxing media. That's what they're looking to do, take over all the boxing media. So I guess whoever got motion, they're going to come kind of, play big bank, take little bank or something of that sort. So y'all remember, if it started happening, when it started happening, y'all remember, you heard it from me first. But Ness put so many people on, like Sean Zytel. He started on the Boxing Voice, if I'm not mistaken. My main man, Ron Goodall. Me and Ron Goodall spoke. He told me about, he started on the Boxing Voice. It's a lot of people that's out. Ringside Danny, a lot of people that's out doing their thing, that's working on Fight Hype and working on other places and doing stuff. They started on the Boxing Voice. He put a lot of people on, whether you like them or not. You get what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Listen. Well, listen, whether you like them or not. You get what I'm saying? It's a lot of, like, you gotta look at all the people who started out with him. You gotta look at all the people that started out with him. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh, shout out to Blue. Blue, what's going on, fam? Hey, Blue, for dropping that hair for, damn, dub on your boy. Hey, I was telling people, I said, yeah, I stole that. I said, I stole that from Blue. Blue was the one that, Blue. Hey, listen, I give you credit. I said, yeah, man, when me and Blue started talking like 3 years ago, Blue was like, yeah, man, Blue said, yeah, man, I give you permission, man. You can use my stuff, man. I ain't tripping on that. so I got to get a man his props, but, but I got to get a brother's props. I can't, I can't steal a man work. Don't give him credit. But yeah, I appreciate that, fam. I appreciate that. I had one dude mad at me. He say, nigga, you so unoriginal. You always stealing. I said, well, shit, I just took your shit and I said better than you, fam. So really, I'm kind of like doing you a favor. True. I said, what Jay-Z said? Jay-Z said, when you said it, he said, when you said it, you made it a hot line. When I said it, I made it a hot song or something like that. Something like that. Y'all get what I'm saying? Jay-Z, hey, Bubbles, you made it a hot line. I made it a hot song. Yeah, dog. Nigga, you was going, listen, you was going triple wood. You was going triple wood before I started. With nobody checking for you. You were going triple wood, and then yeah, you were going quadruple plastic. You was going quadruple plastic, goddammit, when before me. So, after me, now look at you. So, but what I'm saying is, again, I ain't never met Ness, but it's a lot of people he put on though. A lot of people he put on. So I respect that. I respect the work. I respect the grind, because I know how I started. I know who I used to watch, before I even started boxing, before I even started the podcast. I wouldn't even think about no damn podcast. To be honest with you, I was doing music. I wasn't even thinking about no podcast. I was doing music. Then I started back driving trucks. Then I worked at a call center. Then I started a podcast. Yeah. Yep, facts. And the first major platform that ever, I'm talking about big platform, that ever reached out to me to invite me to come on their show was the Boxing Voice, Nestor Gibbs. He sent me a DM on my he sent me a DM on Instagram, and then bam. And then I think in 2022, I met Blue Bloods. I met Blue Bloods in Omaha, Nebraska. When Terence Crawford had the fight with David Avenese, and they were calling David Avocado and all that stuff there. I met Blue there. Blue was right there. And he actually worked that fight. and he tried to get me press credentials to get in. But it was, he was working it, and it was kind of like last minute, like the day before the fight. He tried to get me, it wasn't the fight. It was the day of the fight. I think it was the day. No, was it? I want to say the day before the fight. It could have been the night before because, but anyways, what happened was I had my homeboy from Tampa hit me up. He said, "Man," he said, "You in Omaha, right?" I said, "Yeah." So Antonio Tarver lives in this. Me and Antonio Tarver lives in the same neighborhood, right? The same neighborhood right now as we speak, right? You know, Antonio he a funny acting dude though, but so he was like, "Look, man, Antonio working the fight. He working the fight. I'm finna get you press credentials with him." So he called Antonio on the phone 3-way. This is how I met Bud. Did I meet Bud Crawford? Yeah, this is how I met Bud Crawford. The whole story. 2022. So Antonio Tarver say, "Man, catch a cab." Matter of fact, I know here where I spoke to Blue the day before. And Blue told me which hotel that all of the fighters were staying in. He said, "Yeah, brother, you need to come over here. This is where all the fighters are at." True story. This is true. I ain't never told nobody this story. True story. Because now that I'm thinking about it. But I didn't go over there that night. He told me to come. I didn't go. The next day, my homeboy, who know Antonio Tarver real well, say, "Look, put a hook up with Antonio." I meet Antonio Tarver, him and his son for the first time. Antonio like, "Look here, bro. You know what I mean? So, yeah, nice to meet you, bro." You know, Antonio be talking. You see what I'm saying? Now, this what we gonna do now. This my son, Junior. This Malachi, this Junior. You get what I'm saying? Now, what we gonna do now? Listen. You just I want you to stay here with me because I'm working the event. You know, y'all know how Antonio Tarver be twisting his mouth and shit. So he was doing that. So we catch an Uber to the fight. You know, and all the media had to go in the back. All the media had to go in the back though. You get what I'm saying? So so I'll go in the back with Antonio. The guy who's giving out the press credentials was only giving out press credentials for Antonio. He say, "Look here, bro. This my son, Junior. Junior getting the press credentials." He said, "This my son, and this my cameraman. I ain't got no camera in my hand. Fam, I don't have no camera in my hand." But he say, "This my cameraman." So he made TR say, he said Blue is LDBC. Yeah, Blue LDBC. He with LDBC. But listen, check it out though, right? So I get the press credentials. So I'm coming on the inside. He say, "Look here, bro. Now I don't know where y'all gonna sit at. You know, but what you gonna have to do, I got you in, you got the press credentials, you gonna have to work it, make it do what it do." You know, he said make it do what it do. He said, "You gonna have to work it, how you gonna work it?" I did what I said I was gonna do. Now you got to find somewhere to sit. That's what that's what he said, right? So I'm sitting down ringside. Man, fuck that shit. I'm finna go sit over there. I'm sitting down ringside shit, right? Motherfucking the commissioner, the WBO commissioner, come sit right next to me to my right. Mickey Bay, come sit down. Right between me. No, the commissioner's like two chairs down. Mickey Bay come sit right next to me. And then Tevin Farmer come sit right behind me. Right? I got some pictures that I put up, some old pictures. I got to re-upload them because my other Instagram got shut down. And then to my left, I meet Freeway Ricky Ross for the first time. That's how I met Freeway Ricky in person. He just came and just sat right there. Then Adrian Broner was right down. And then Blue was working right by the ring. He was working it with Paulie in Antonio Tower. And just like that. That shit happened just like that. Just me being at the right place at the right time. So I say all that. Listen. So I say all that to say this. You know, sometimes like I didn't know when I went to Omaha that I was going, because I had bought tickets to be in the audience. I didn't know when I went to Omaha I was going be at that fight. I mean, be sitting in the ringside. I didn't know that. Then a homie of mine from Omaha, he like 6'6". He knew Bud personally. He was like, look, we finna go to the after party. Coach, you want to go to the after party? I'm like, nah, man, I'm finna go back to the hotel, man, and get some sleep. Then I thought about it, right? I said, yeah, we'll go to the after party. We go to this after party spot. It's in the hood. True story. Bloods, Crips, everything in that motherfucker. It's in the hood. Like, it's ratchet. Shakur Stevenson, Bud, Travion, his nephew, they come walk right through there. So I met him there the first time. And then I think after that, I don't think he knew who I was though. But I think after that, I had the dude from New York. No, you know what? Nah, I had the dude from New York threaten me. The dude from New York threatened me prior to me going to Omaha. That's the dude he kept calling the show 8 times saying y'all nigga, I'm gonna bust you in the head when I see you with the fine. We got loan money. the FBI, he said the FBI came to his house. He said the FBI came to his house and he went to motherfucking crying, talking about I'm a 22-year-old black male from a single mother. Man, I'm sorry, man. Man, please, I don't want to go to jail, dog. I ain't put the police on, I ain't put the FBI on him, but you know, it is what it is. Man, I'm just saying, man, I just ain't like what you were saying about Errol Spence, man. Like I said, bro, I wasn't talking about Errol Spence. I was talking about aerosexuals. You know what I mean? The people who have emotional and physical attraction to Errol Spence. You aerosexuals, you radicals. That's what I'm talking about. No, I'm just saying, man, nigga called here crying. I was interviewing Rick Glazier at the time. He called here crying, copping deuces, talking about, you know, I said, well, listen, fam, if you want to be a gangster, then the fans is a part of the equation. Going to jail is a part of the equation. That's what come with being the tough nigga. You get what I'm saying? Now I say, now I ain't calling fans on you, but you know, if you know that's what you want to believe, so be it. I really don't give a damn. But I told him, I say, listen, you can't be threatening people online, talking about you gonna M them and unalive them and all that stuff there. I say, law enforcement, listen to social media. It's certain buzzwords you can't even say on social media without the AI or algorithm picking it up. You called the show 8 times, threatening M1. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, my partner from Omaha is the one that introduced me to the Bud. True Gritter. Matter of fact, he'll be in the chat sometimes. True. If you see a name, True Gritter, that's him. He the one that introduced me to Bud. True story. And then Bomac called me and invited me to come to Omaha because he heard the video where I got threatened. And ever since then, I took off. Ever since then, I took off. And I sit back and think about that. If I say what was the takeoff point for me from point A to point B or C, it was that moment. It was that moment right there, and shit don't took off. So it kind of like went to another trajectory. I didn't foresee that. I didn't foresee that at all. You get what I'm saying? Shout out to Sean from the Heights.
Hey, okay.
Dropping that quarter of a dub. He say, this is facts. That's how I met you in Norfolk. He said, I work my mojo to get next to the ring. Oh, yeah. We was in Norfolk, Virginia. Yeah, facts. We was in Norfolk, Virginia. You get what I'm saying?
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
I'm like, shit. I'm like, these niggas be talking that shit. I've been in the hood, around game bangers, in the projects, whatever. I'm there. You know what I mean? Like, for real, like, these niggas be talking shit. I'm like, yeah, fam, I hear what you're saying, fam, but guess what? You ain't got no respect of the people. It's certain places you're going to be too scared to go at. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but, you know, it's certain places you're going to be too scared to go at, fam. It's certain people you're going to be uncomfortable being around because you don't have that. Let me see something. Oh man, yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Shout out to Morrow, man, my brother, man. Yeah, but you get what I'm saying? So yeah, like, bro, like it's so many people that'll tell you that have met me in these different cities. They'll all tell you the same thing. You get what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah. So I hear what you're saying online, but fam, I don't see it. I hear what you're saying. You sound tough and gangster. That's cool. You know what I mean? I hope you impress and please whoever's listening to you, but I don't believe you. You get what I'm saying? I really don't believe you. You feel me?
What he says we don't believe.
No, sir.
Don't everybody believe in Google? Go Google that shit.
You did?
You know what I'm talking about. Y'all all know what I'm talking about, man.
Yes, sir.
I say what I say, and I deliver it.
You did?
You just sit here, you don't know what I'm talking about?
We don't know what you're talking about, sir.
Ran off on the floor twice.
It is what it is.
They said another gave you niggas money.
Shout out to Black Dynamite.
I just got one thing to lay on you cats and now split. That I am declaring war on anybody who sells drugs in our community.
But Black Dynamite, I sell drugs to the community.
I want to lay one thing on you cats. I want to lay one thing on you cats and now split. That I'm declaring war on anybody who sells drugs in the community. But Black Dynamite, I sell drugs in the community. Nigga telling you, hey Keith, nigga telling you, yeah, dog, I'm declaring war on anybody who sells drugs in the community. But Black Dynamite, I sell drugs in the community. Nigga say, hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Ain't nobody be in a store. I was 15 years old, right? I'm in this neighborhood. I used to live in a neighborhood called Cross Fletcher, which is the north side of town in Tampa, right? It's North Tampa, right? So when we moved from West Tampa in 1987, we moved to North Tampa, right? So I had a homeboy named G-Man. I ain't gonna say his real name, but if you in Tampa, you know who G-Man is. G-Man from Ponce de Leon, right? So my homeboy G-Man, he came back from up the road. He did like 3.5 years up the road in Sumter and all that stuff there, right? So he was a jack boy. He used to rob dudes, right? G-Man about 5'9", about 180 pounds, ripped, dark-skinned dude like Terence Crawford, right? And he was mean as a rattlesnake. But, you know, he used to like protect us jits, because we was jits, because like a lot of the dudes who I grew up around, who I used to hang out with when I was younger, they was 8 years older than me. You get what I'm saying? They was born in the 60s. So like 60, 66, 65, 66, 67, you know, I used to hang around them. So that I got a lot of game from a lot of my older peers. So he had, like, when he was out hustling, any of the basers come up. This is the crack era. This is the crack era, right? So all the basers pull up. They said, "We looking for G-Man. We looking for G-Man," because G-Man used to give away dope, and then they'll come back and remember when G used to always look out for us. So whenever we got money, we're going to spend it with him. And I don't care how big your stones is. You can have some big ass rocks and stones in your hands. They'll walk right by you and go straight to G. So we were like, we got tired of this shit, right? I said, I'm finna shortcut this nigga. I'm tired of it. Every time he come out here, we can't make no money. So what I'm gonna do, we know where all the traffic is coming from. The traffic is coming from east to west. So we'll go all the way down on 142nd Street and we do something called we're gonna shortstop. We're gonna shortstop the traffic before it get there. And so we'll try to stop the traffic. He said, we finna go see G-Man, man. G-Man ain't here, man. Get it from us. So we battling, trying to, you know, we started making money like that. So G-Man found out that we were short stopping. So he put around and told us, he said, look, I don't want nobody selling dope in front of these apartments no more. Apartments that he do not own, by the way. And then, so I'm talking shit. I said, man, who you think you is, man? You don't tell nobody what to do, man. Like, you know, we got a right to come out here and hustle and sell our dope like we want to sell our dope. He said, God damn it, since you talking shit, as a matter of fact, I don't want nobody selling that on this whole street. True. How you gonna tell somebody we can't hustle on the street? Bro, do you know how long 142nd Avenue is? 142nd Avenue. Bro, like you can't patrol the entire street. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, he was kind of like that. My homeboy G-Man. I was like, man, nigga tripping, man. You gonna tell somebody we can't hustle on the whole damn street? That's some bullshit. To this day. Yeah, man. So anyway, but I kind of like with me, I'm a people person. So I like being around the people, you know. I can adapt to any environment, very adaptable. It don't matter where I'm at. Well, it don't matter where I'm at. I'm gonna make it. I don't give a fuck where I'm at. I'm gonna make it. Anywhere I go at, I'm gonna make it. What you say, Miss Conner say, Coach, you didn't check in? No, I mean, you know, the check-in don't apply to me. The check-in apply to the YNs who living that life. If you're a YN, and you live in that type of life and you on that type of time, then the check-in applies to you. Someone like myself, you know, who is as of my age, no, I don't, you know, that shit, I ain't living like that. Shit, that's some young nigga shit. Hey, the young niggas got to check in. Hey, Miss Connie, you know what had me laughing? Hold on. What's Stevie Jackson at? What's Stevie Jackson at? Remember that video we were looking at with Stevie Jackson? Remember that? Remember that? Man, you know, somebody sent me a message from Nigeria. Oh, I know I ain't following you. Oh, let me go ahead and unfollow you. Nigeria, I'm good. Unfriend you right here. Hey, man, I am not. Yeah, dog, we ain't with that. Anything coming from Nigeria is scamming. Let me see. Okay, no, he got a lot of boxing content on. Okay, he got a lot of boxing. Okay. He might not be a scammer then. Okay, no, okay, you know what? Let me go ahead and follow him back then. Yeah, man, because, you know, you got a lot of these Nigerian scammers out there now. Now I'm going to find out if he's a scammer. If he asks me for some money, if he asks me to send him some money, yeah. Hold on, let me entertain this dude. I'm Benjamin from Lagos, Nigeria. Yeah, motherfucker sending me messages during the show talking about he from Nigeria. You know, I don't be trusting that Nigeria shit. You get what I'm saying? hold on, he's sending me a message right now. Hey, shout out to hey Mark, Mark, keep y'all. He said, "Have you checked my profile?" Okay. What about your profile? Have I checked your profile? Okay, I'll do it. Okay. I'm talking to a dude. He say he from Nigeria, so I'm talking to him in the chat while we doing the show. I'm trying to find out what's up. Hey, Tila, I got somebody sending me a message. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm happy for you. All right, I'm happy. Yeah. So he in the boxing. Hey, hey, she said, tell him to call the show. Hey, yeah, you know what? That's a good idea. Hey, man, call the show. Hold on. Matter of fact, let's give him this international number. He over there in Nigeria. You know what I need to ask him, Tila? Hey, let me ask him, do he know Dr. Umar? do you know? Hold on, wait. I don't want nobody thinking I'm bullshit. Here you go right here. Y'all want to see it? Y'all want to see it? Hold on. Like real shit. No, I should call him. What y'all think? I should call him out. And guess what? He got Brian Norman. On Senior following him. I should call him. Hold on. Let me let y'all see it. Yeah, this motherfucker right here. See, I'm talking to the dude right. He's saying Nigeria. Do you know Dr. Umar? Do you know Dr. Umar? I'm finna sit him. Hey, Rod. Hey, shout out to Rod. Rod, I'm finna sit him. Do you know Dr. Umar? See, got the Pan-African movement going on. Goddammit. You finna find out. I'm finna find out. Find out right now. This him right here, though. I guess it's him right here. He said, happy birthday to me. Say a prayer. Okay. All right. Okay. That's him right there in the white. All right. Shit. All right. See what's going on. You know how hard it is to fight in that dirt? They trying to walk. Okay. Oh, that's him right there. Okay. Oh, he a southpaw. Okay. They got 4 tires right there. Yeah, I'm saying, you know what I mean? All right, there you go. Okay. See, they ain't, okay, there you go. All right. All right, this is him right here, you know, listen. All right, there you go, shooting the jab the weight. All right, cool. We might, you know what, we might, you know, what y'all think? He look like a middleweight, though. That's what he look like. Look like a middleweight. Look like he middleweight. Okay, we gonna see what's up. What y'all think? Okay. Y'all think this a scam? Y'all think this a scam? Okay, no, I don't think this no scam right here. I don't think there's no scam right here. Okay, yeah, he. Okay, y'all think this is a scam? What y'all think? Yeah, we got it. What we got? What we got to do? All right, okay. Okay, look like they're trying to do something. Look like they're trying to do something. Hold on. Look like they're trying to do something. Yeah, we international. We the international. Carla, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Coach? It's Mitchell from Chicago.
Mitchell, talk to me.
Yeah, I seen that Terence Crawford interview. That was a real good interview. I like what Andre Ward is doing. It seems like he's real transparent and he gets the most out of fighters. So that was a great interview. One thing I want to say to all you fake revolutionists who said Terence Crawford was a bad man, bad businessman, how many of you all, own as many properties as he do in a neighborhood that you live in? Everyone that had critiqued his business dealings with Errol Spence, do you all have the same real estate portfolio as him? That's one question I want to ask the public. And the second thing is, with all that Terence Crawford has to go on, certain YouTubers, let the man live a little bit this week. Y'all already putting lies and headlines saying Bill Haney made the fight. Terence Crawford clearly gave the man his credit. He said Bill Haney planted the seed. So, man, support our champion, man. Terence Crawford should be highly celebrated, man. That's all I want to say, Coach.
All right, thanks. Shout out to Mitchell, man. Salute for Chi-Town, stand up. Yeah, he's sending me his boxing footage right now. All right, he's sending me. You know what? He's sending me his boxing footage. He said he don't know Dr. Umar, so he don't know the Prince of Pan-Africanism. So okay, he's sending me his boxing footage. They ain't got the greatest cell phones over there in Nigeria, so you get what I'm saying? Like I think they still using them phones we had in the late 90s. You get what I'm saying? Something like that. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. So he trying to, you get what I'm saying? Yeah, the video quality ain't all that, you know what I mean? But all right. Let me see what he's trying to do though. Let me see what he's trying to do. Hold on. You don't know. Yeah, all right. So I'm hitting them up right now. Shout out to Idris. Idris, what's going on, fam? What is that you say? You say thanks for showing my video. Oh, okay, yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Oh, this him right here. Hold on, this him right here. I don't think the people can see you. He say thanks for showing my video. Can y'all see that on the screen? Y'all can see that, right? Yeah, y'all can see that. Yeah, y'all can see that. That's him right there. All right, bro. Yeah, for sure. Oh, you on my live right now? Okay, cool. Yo, see, there's a number. Hey, Idris, check this out, fam. There's a number strolling at the bottom. International number. We international, baby. You know what I mean? The international number at the bottom is 4420 3769 8745. Hold on. Carla, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Oh, Coach, it's your brother from that favorite part of Florida. Thank you, Robonia. And it's the big Deacon. Yes, sir, big Coach. Yes, yay. Yes, sir. And Coach, the Deacon wanted to call in. I heard somebody don't know Umar Johnson, the Prince of Panhandling, god dang it. Oh, man. Yes, sir. Well, you know Umar Johnson at Guantanamo Bay right now, Coach. You know, he over there lying, trying to get $2 out somebody. Boy, that Negro, he big harder than Keith Sweat. I say, boy, look at here, Make It Last Forever would have went platinum if Umar begged on it. I'm telling you, Coach. And then, Coach, I'm glad your safety okay. You and yes, sir. Salute to Mr. Bud, yes, sir. But he, you know, Coach, you know, Bud got them D'Angelo, you my baby, girl. You know, you my lady braids, them cornrows in his head. You know that dang it. And he a authentic, he the original black man. When you got a hard-faced Negro like him that can't be promoted, ain't nothing gonna happen, goddamn it. They can't even put Bud on the pancake box. Hell no, goddamn. Man, yes, them white put the Terrence and run off. Soon as who is that? Goddamn it. Yes, sir, Coach. And then his jeans was too tight to get out the police car. I got Bud in these crisp ass jeans. This Negro got on Charleston White sticker sale jeans. And trying to get out the car with them big balls. So, man, I'm just glad, Coach, that y'all are here to talk about it. Yes, sir, brother. And then I looked at Canelo. Canelo looked like Three's Company, Jack Tripper. I didn't know what was going. He beat the hell out of Canelo. He didn't know if he was white or Mexican that day. I said, well, God dang it, man. Yes, I'm telling you, Coach.
Hey, Dickie, we go. Hey, Dickie, check this out. Yeah. Hey, listen, somebody got mad, you know, at the fight was in Vegas, right? So I tell everybody the story. Somebody got upset that Canelo lost. So the dude threw the Mexican flag down. He threw it down on the ground in the hotel. So, so I picked it up. So listen, this is what I did. I picked it up. And I brought it home to Tampa. I picked it up and I wore it. I wore it, you know, we watched the fight and all that stuff there. I had it around Vegas with me. And then I brought it home and I washed it and cleaned it. And then when I went to Omaha, Nebraska, I took the flag with me and I wore it in the parade.
Boy, Coach, you know what? The flag, they throw it. I was going to say, more people throw it down, God dang it, when they sneak over here. So I don't know what this, boy, I say, man, look, I've never seen people so flag hungry but scared to go back and live in the country. I'm like, God dang, you want to fight me about the flag. And you vote for everything else except the people in the same country. So I tell you, man, hey, but Coach, I'm glad that you didn't get no gangrene on your chest or nothing. You know, boy, Mexico got that hard washing powder. Boy, they got that bed bug washing powder. A Negro get chicken pox after he used the goddamn drying down there.
Hey,
so
man.
I'm telling you, because you know they got the, you know they watch the dope and all. So with yes sir. But I'm telling you, Coach, I'm just grateful that you're back. I'm grateful for that Bud back. And Bud, y'all stop Bud from fighting everybody. You want him to dig up George Foreman and fight him. He got to fight this person. Leave that man alone and let him be great.
And we gotta give a shout out. We gotta give a shout out to his security, Kasim Shabazz, that brother right there, and the young lady that was in the back season. You know.
Oh, wow. Yeah, and salute yes sir to the security. And you know what too, Coach, Nebraska, you know they ain't known for nothing. So God dang it, they got some thick cornbread, straight white girls up there. Or you know the deacon loves I'm black power, but I speak white now. You know, you gotta like something to him.
Boy, they catch your ass. All right, now deacon, you fucking around Omaha, Nebraska with a white girl you want to.
No, boy.
All right.
Yes, well, you know the deacon the hypocrite too now, Coach. I fight the power. I bring one of my girls to Umar Johnson get together, goddamn. Me and Becky will be sitting right up there, goddamn. I swear to God. Yes, sir, man. So, but Coach, y'all keep doing your thing, and y'all make sure you share the video. Y'all show Coach some love. Coach and Bo Mac, the coaches of the year. And Coach, boy, you're doing good. You're moving on up to the east side. And, man, I'm so proud of you, Coach. You keep representing that FLA, and y'all got to come and visit Coach down here too, y'all. Yes, sir. And with that being said, Coach, the Deacon gonna pray. God, I ask that you watch over, Coach. Keep him safe. God, I pray for Terence Crawford jeans, God. God, let him have some MC Hammer pants. God, you can't touch it. Let them balls free. But God, we ask you just watch over any black man, God. If he make good porn, if he sell good weed, God, let him celebrate his life. Because God, we ain't got nothing to be happy about. God, but we love you. We thank you. And Coach, I love you, brother. No dating. God dang it. And the deacon out.
All right, shout out to the Deacon. Deacon Weasel, man. Deacon Weasel. Deacon Weasel. hey, goddamn Deacon Weasel funny. Hey, man, that's a dog there, man. Deacon Weasel, man. Deacon Weasel be calling MRAC TV. Hey, Lisa, I was listening to MRAC TV one day, right? I know MRAC TV be taking phone calls. Shout out to Hollow Davis. Hey, shout out to Edmund. Salute, fam. Shout out to Nas. I'm listening, guess who called the show? Deacon Weasel. He say, MRAC, what's up? He say, what's up, MRAC? It's the Deacon Weasel. This motherfucker, I say, damn. He called MRAC TV religiously.
True.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, I was just listening. I listen to a lot of podcasts. Like I listen to more non-boxing content than boxing content. So I watch everything. I watch Urban Politicians. I watch what's that dude? I forgot that podcast name. He said some I forgot the name. I watch all of the hip hop podcasts. Damn near all of them. I watch Just Say No to Skull. I watch my main man out of Texas, out of Dallas, Boss Talk Radio, my main man E. I know him. Me and E got an interview set up as well. I'll call him, hold on. Me and him got an interview we're gonna do together as well. So what I'm doing is I'm branching out doing stuff with other big platforms that have nothing to do with boxing. You get what I'm saying? Like it have nothing to do with boxing. And you notice how I maneuver. I work out, you know what I mean? Like I don't work within the confines of boxing circles because the boxing circles can be political. It can be very political, and so I know some people they may be trying to block you from doing certain things. So me, I don't work through dudes. I'll go around them. I ain't got to worry. I'm gonna just go around you. Cause I already know what you want. I'm gonna go around you, and I'm attacking from this angle. And so far, what I'm doing is working. Carter, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Jamie from New York.
Jamie, talk to me.
Yes, sir. The Deacon, man, he's funny as hell, bro. Anyways, great interview by Andrew Ward. I like everything that I heard. Again, I also respect Bud. I like how he carries himself. Always a gentleman. The first time I saw Bud, Coach, I believe it was against Gamboa. And he carried. Himself the same way. He talked the same way, mannerisms and everything. Always a gentleman, you know what I mean? He still kick your ass. But in every fight, I believe it was the B fight, the B side that night. And he won and he continued to win and he is where he's at today because again, he put in the work, man. I'm happy for him. That question about how does it feel to be rich? I don't think the money changed him one bit. I don't know the guy personally, but I can tell he's a down to earth dude, very respectful guy. And I like that, and yeah, that's it, man. Bud is, he's in the position he's in because again, man, bro, he did it the hard way, bro. There's only one way to get to the top. And that's the way to do it, man. We're going to be talking about him for years to come. Another thing, Coach, Bill Haney, bro. Seriously, man, what happened to him, bro?
Bill, I don't know. I think I don't know, man. I think they say Bill in the lab. Bill don't accept my calls no more, man. They say
I don't know if it was kidnapped or not, but they need to release him, man.
Yeah, they say
we need him, bro.
Yeah, they say Bill. Yeah, Bill in the lab right now, man. I'm like, man, goddamn Dollar Bill.
He better be, man. Son is in a fight. You already know I'm rooting for his son, bro. But again, man, Bill, we need you, man. We need you out here, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But anyway, Coach, listen, man. Thank you for taking my call. That's all I got, and respect from New York.
All right, salute, fam. Yeah, man, Dollar Bill. They say Bill in the lab. Bill coming up with a master plan to beat that down South Georgia boy. You get what I'm saying? Because, like I told Brian Norman, the call. Matter of fact, I know I need to call. Let me call Brian Norman. Like I told him, I ain't spoke to him in a little bit. But yeah, man, about a week and a half ago, I told Bree Norman, I said, look, what you gonna have to do in order to prepare for Debo Dev. You get what I'm saying? Carla, hold on. You got to study, you know, because Debo Deb, he trained with Mike McCallum. He trained with Zab, Yoel and Zab Judah. He trained with Sugar Shane Mosley, so he got a little bit of sugar in him. And he trained with doggone Pretty Boy Floyd. No, he trained with Money Mayweather and Mayweather Senior. So he got 3 Hall of Famers that he trained with. Zab, you know, Mike McCallum, no, 4 Hall of Famers, Sugar Shane and Floyd. So he got that Hall of Fame experience when it comes to training, and then he fought the Lomachenkos, he fought the Jorge Linares, the Jojo Diaz, the Jose Ramirez, the Rodriguez Prograis, the George Cambosos. You get what I'm saying? He did all of that, so he got experience on that. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, Bill is a master when it comes to coming up with game plans. So he's coming with a master plan, you know, in order to, you get what I'm saying? So that's what's going on. That's what's going on with Bill. You did? Carter, what's your name? You called it from?
What up, Coach? It's Richard from Boca.
Richard from Boca, talk to me.
Man, quick question. I don't know if you touched on it or not, but have you heard that thing about the Canelo kidnap type shit?
Canelo kidnap? What you mean?
They say that he blew the fight because his brother got kidnapped and they was going to kidnap his mama.
Who was they?
Do it. The cartel.
So they is the cartel. Okay, where did you get that information from?
Man, I just heard this on the internet, man, and I was like, I wonder if folks touched on this. Hey, listen, I ain't going front. They say his brother got kidnapped, and they say if you don't lose this fight, he gonna come get your mama.
Hey, man, look here, man. Don't believe that you read on the internet. No, I haven't heard that, bro. I don't believe nothing that's read on the internet, bro. I don't. Cause I do this every day. I know what it is. I don't believe nothing I read on the internet.
They said his brother got kidnapped, bro.
Yeah, that's why I asked, who is they? You said so the cartel say he got kidnapped? Cause I'm trying to figure out who is they.
Yeah. You feel me? The Mexico people, I guess they had a lot of money.
Oh, his brother got kidnapped. That was a long time ago, bro. That's what you talking about. He got kidnapped again?
Yeah, they said he was kidnapped. And they said, "Listen, if you don't do this, we gonna come get your mom." You feel me?
So, you keep saying they. You keep saying they. I'm trying to figure out who is they. And so the cartel.
Whoever had his brother let's just say whoever had his brother the last time, the time that you know about, them same people.
So you saying he got kidnapped again?
I don't know if it's the same. You say you know of one incident.
Yeah.
So maybe that's the incident. You know what I mean? Because I've never heard this.
Yeah,
so if you know of one incident, maybe that's the incident. You feel me?
Yeah, that was years ago, bro. That was years ago. So that was.
Yeah, so I guess the same people probably double back and was like, "Hey, it's us again."
Nah, ain't none of that true. That ain't true. That's fake news.
Okay, because I heard that and I was like, man, I wonder if Coach Tuck.
It's fake. It's fake news. It's fake news.
Okay, appreciate it. Okay.
All right, salute, pal. Yeah. Hey, y'all know me now. And listen, when you call me with vague information, now you know what they say. The first question I ask, who is they? Who is they? Who they is? Hey, Tila, as soon as they say, yeah, man, now you know they say it, I say, who is they? And then as soon as I say that, they get stuck. Okay, shit. Ooh, that's a good. I didn't think he would ask me that. You know, he said they. And who they is? That's a good question. Yeah, that's exactly what I do. Who is they? Because they is too vague. That's too you know what I mean? That's too vague. So that's the only time I remember he got kidnapped. His brother got kidnapped a while back in 1972. I don't think they're kidnapping him anymore. You get what I'm saying? So, I haven't seen that nowhere. Hey, unlaced shoes. Listen, unlaced shoes. What you say? Unlaced shoes. Unlaced shoes says. Unlaced shoes say name the names, man. Yeah, you got listen. You got to name the names, bro. Facts. You got to name the names because when you be go to talk about what they said, I'm like, okay. Again. Who is they? What I'm saying now. Hold on, wait a minute now.
Who you think he is? DJ Quick? Huh?
No, I ain't
Kid Capri? I didn't say that. Oh, you must be Jimmy Walker. Blue, you ain't nothing. You don't deserve nothing. You don't get nothing. You get what I give you. I got a contract between me and you that say you do what I tell you to do. Therefore, shut the fuck. Don't say nothing. Don't speak to me. Don't look at me. Can I tell you something? Money, you know, I just said. Blue, if I raise up, gonna be trouble. Trouble. I'm walking off.
Yeah. They be talking about Dave, man. You got to name the name.
We the Charlo twins. We known for calling everybody out.
Please call these people out. Listen, the whole world's looking at you. Call these people out.
What's up? It's the Jamal the Hitman Charlo. Let's get it. Who want it?
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. The names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican monster.
Mexican monster.
Mellow. Yeah, man. The Mexican monster, man.
I'm sorry? 160 is my weight division. I want to unify. I want to get Golovkin in the ring. I want to bring him to Houston. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on.
I want to get Canelo out here to Houston. If they really to come down to 160, this is my weight division.
I want to unify. Guess what? Jamal Charlo been boxing. He been a pro for 17 years. He haven't fought a unification fight yet in 17 years. You got some dudes. Canelo became four division world champion, 5 division world champion, something like that. Crawford, no, Canelo 4 division world champion. Crawford became a 5 division world champion, 3-time undisputed. And Jamal Charlo still has not had one unification match. Make it make sense. And him and Crawford turned pro at the same time. Carter, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Coach Martin from Jersey?
Martin, talk to me.
Coach, that dude just told about they kidnapped Canelo's brother, so they had to throw up the fight. He made that up. He sound like he made that up, because every time he kept on asking him who was they, he was like, oh, maybe the same people that kidnapped his brother. Like, the first time he doubled back. So, like, that dude making stuff up, bro. His brother was kidnapped like 4 years ago. And that was a long time for each other to say, you know, if he didn't throw the fight against Crawford, that they were going to get trapped. Making stuff up as they go, bro. Anyway, Coach, that's all I had to say.
Yes, sir, salute, fam. Yeah, I want to unify. There's Jamal Charlo, man. Even Jamal Charlo became undisputed at 154. I'm like, hold on. Jamal Charlo was supposed to have been the better of the two twins, the two brothers. So, you know, I'm like, fam, when you sit back and look at it, bro, and you go to looking at some of these accolades, I'm like, okay, damn, all right, well, how long this dude been boxing? Damn, he been boxing a while. Like, and you look at some of them same dudes who came up in that class, like who came out of that 2008 class? Was Demetrius Andrade, think he turned pro 2008. Crawford turned pro 2008. Jamal Charlo turned pro 2008 because Jamal Charlo turned pro 2017. I think Spence turned pro 2012, so he ain't boxed as long as those guys. But I'm trying to think who else turned. Hey, what year did Wilder turn pro? What year did Wilder turn pro? Wilder won the bronze medal. What year that was? Do anybody know? What year that was? That Wilder turned pro. And we know what year that was. He won the bronze medal. Then right after that, he turned pro. Yeah, I think right after that, Wilder turned pro. Was that? Hey, what you say? Damien said it doesn't matter if they weren't with the PBC. hey, look here, man. Hey, look here. Nah, see, Damien, this what I'm saying, bro. I think Daniel say 2008. Okay, cool. Hey, Damien, this is what I'm saying, bro. The stuff that the PBC was doing, Golden Boy, Top Rank was doing. This is how Turki Alashikh was able to come in and snatch it up right now. Snatch up boxing in America right now. Yeah, you can keep your fighters, but we're gonna put on the biggest cards. Your networks have went out of bit. Your networks don't want to have nothing to do with boxing anymore. So Top Rank, you don't have no budget. PBC, you don't have no budget. Going to board, your budget is on the shoestring with the zone, and we own all of the boxing for the most part on the zone. I think they bought 13% of the zone, bought all of the boxing content on there, something of that sort. You know, we got stuff going on with Dana White. What they got? Something called Zuffa. Hold on. What do y'all think about this? I just retweeted this to myself today. They talking about this Oh, this two-tone is superstar. This two-tone, hey, hold on. Oh, you know, two-tone is superstar. You know, two-tone is he be trolling hard. He be pissing people off. You know what I mean? He be trolling like a motherfucker. But but guess what? I want to show y'all this. So let's click right here. Let's blow this up. He say, me knowing Bud Crawford retired Sean Porter, retired Errol Spence, retired Canelo, and ended the PBC. Well, he ain't retired Canelo. Canelo ain't retiring. But, bro, 3 out of these 4 things, you know, bro, Sean Porter did retire right after that. He said that was the last fight. We ain't seen Errol Spence since, and the PBC is dead. True. Top rank look like top rank on there too. Top rank on there too, bro. I'm like, bro, listen, that little slim dog skin dude from Omaha, Nebraska did all of that. Literally, he did all of that. He did all of that, bro. You get what I'm saying? The little slim dude from North Omaha, Nebraska did all of this. He didn't retire Canelo, but I'm just saying, think about that. The despised and the rejected. Against all odds. Yeah, man, but I ain't gonna lie, bro. That's I ain't gonna lie, that shit backfired. Hey, that shit backfired. They got their necks crossed on the nigga. They got their necks crossed. You know, you got their necks crossed on the nigga right here. Hey, bro, I remember this right here. He's sitting there looking at Spence. Hey, Spence had a word look on his face. Spence had a word. I said, look at that. He's sitting there looking like, hey, that's where it started at right there. All right, yeah, boy, I'm trying to tell you, boy, you never should have signed that contract, boy. You should, you know what I mean? I'm talking, boy, this shit finna be cuttings. This finna be cut. I promise you this. I'm finna put the nail in. I'm finna put that Jack Johnson nail in the coffin. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, man, they fuck around Sean. Yeah, man, you get what I'm saying? So I'm talking about Sean Porter daddy threw the towel in. Kenny Porter threw the KP threw the towel in. He ain't never thrown no towel in on any fight Sean Porter's ever had. Never. He's never threw the towel in. He threw the towel in that night. He threw the towel in that night. He damn so did. He threw the towel in that night. KP ain't never threw no towel in. That night he threw the towel in. Like, yeah, man, Sean, you don't got dropped twice already, dog. This nigga finna finish you. Don't even worry about it, baby boy. I'm finna throw the towel in. True. Then they went to saying, oh, man, well, that fight don't count. Sean Porter had 1 foot in and 1 foot out. You know, then, goddamn it, what happened? This is where it all started at. Then the big fish, he came back. He beat up Danny Garcia. He beat Danny Garcia up. People went to hollering about, yeah, boy, the big fish back. Look at him. And then he beat up Ugas. They went to calling him the eye collector. Yeah, man, you know, look on Spence, he the eye collector. He breaking ribs, you know, he breaking ribs and taking eyes. He breaking ribs and eyes. They went to holler about he was the eye collector, all this shit. He snatching eyeball. I remember this like it was yesterday. They were saying all of that in the lead up to the fight. And boy, long, we know how it ended. We ain't got to recap it. We know how it ended, boy. But boy, goddamn, then after that, yeah, man, the man had cataract surgery. He got to have cataract surgery. His baby mama gave him some edibles that made him sleepy. Mike Tyson, you know, he ate some Mike Tyson brownies or edibles from Mike Tyson. What they said, you know, he had, because Victor Conte came on this show. Victor Conte came on this show and he said, man, Errol Spence made a terrible mistake the day he fought, when he fought Terence Crawford, because he was still trying to cut weight and he waited too late to come to Vegas. He came to Vegas like the week of the fight. He came to Vegas the week of the fight and he was still trying to lose weight. So he was jogging, and, you know, and Vegas has a higher altitude than Dallas. So he said Errol Spence had high altitude sickness. True. He said that shit right here on this show. That was the first time with breaking news. He said, yeah, Errol Spence had high altitude sickness. So they went to running with that. Yeah, man, Spence had high altitude sickness. Victor Conte, that's what he said. And then they went to hollering about it was a clone. I said, damn, every time this dude beat, like, you know, you hate it when every time you beat somebody, your detractors always come up with an excuse for why you really won, and you know, and try to take it away from you. And so now is two-tone doing the show. They say Canelo had elbow surgery. So now, okay, I don't want to hear nothing. Yeah, man, see what it was now. See, Canelo, he was injured. He had a hurt elbow, and he couldn't really punch like he wanted to punch. And I'm like, dude, y'all, before the fight, Crawford y'all was saying he had shoulder surgery. Matter of fact, hold on. I got to pull it up. Because, see, one thing about these dudes, fam, they be having amnesia. That's the only thing they be getting me, right? They be forgetting what they said. I'm like, okay, hold on, fam. That ain't what you said, bro. This what you said right here, fam. Fam, this what you said. Hold on. Well, let me see. Because I retweeted it. Then, yeah, man, he got breaking news. He got two injured shoulders. And, yeah, man, and he injured himself. And people were saying, yeah, I can hear the excuses now Crawford fans finna make. They already making excuses saying he got a bad shoulder. So when Canelo beat him, they gonna blame it on his shoulders because he had surgery. I remember all of that. Boy, and then they switched so fast. I'm like, man, come on, fam. This what you just said. I would respect you more if you just stand on what you say. These dudes don't stand on what they say, fam. To this day. That's what be pissing me off. They don't never stay on what they say.
The stickiest of the icky. You want to smoke with the old boy Rick James?
They'll say something 5 minutes ago, and literally 5 minutes later, they saying something the total opposite. And they will argue with you and say, I ain't say that. Bam, I literally had it. See, is this you in the video? Yeah, that's me. I want you to listen. Is that your voice? Yeah, that's my voice. Do you hear what you're saying? Yeah, I hear what I'm saying. What do you got to say? Man, I didn't say that.
You are now rocking with the hottest boxing podcast in the land.
You get what I'm saying? Like, come on, fam. Like, that's why I say, that's the frustration part about it. I say, I can't beat these dudes. I can't beat these niggas, man. These niggas, man, they be moving the goalpost too much for me. Every time you pin them down on one thing, they'll jump to something else. Hey, shout out to Motown 909. Hey, Motown, you can't beat them. You can't. That's why I say, I give up. You got it. You got it, dog. You got it. I ain't finna be arguing with these niggas, man. You got it, dog. You got it. Yeah, this what you said now. This what you said. This the receipt right here, but you got it. You got it, baby boy. You got it. You got it. Yeah, you right. You right, baby boy. You right. Can't beat these niggas. You can't beat them. Can't beat them, dog. They always moving the goalposts. You know what we call it? Where I'm from? Old goalpost moving ass niggas. To this day. Yeah, old goalpost. But I can't beat these dudes, man. Old goalpost moving ass niggas, man. He do me up with him, man. Like, but they don't stick behind nothing they say, dog. Like, they lie so much. It's like, they can't just, there's no accountability. They always hating, always lying. They tell 8-figure dudes who got a net worth of 8 figures that they're doing bad business. Just imagine you being a supervisor at a bank or you working a corporate job or something like that, right? And this ain't no knock on nobody who working at the gas station, but somebody who work at 7-Eleven or Circle K gas station or the Piggly Wiggly or the Winn-Dixie or whatever the case may be, is telling you that you doing bad business when you doing better than them. To this day. How can someone that you're doing better than tell you that you're doing bad business? Nigga, please. You can't make this up. Only in boxing where the least of these are telling the most of these, or the most of those that they're doing bad business. Fam, you are literally struggling. To pay your car note right now. You are literally struggling, like, fam, like, don't no females want to talk to you. You looking dusty. You're dusty. You get what I'm saying? The females don't want to talk to you because you're dusty. You struggling. You can't rub 2 nickels together. The kids ain't got no cereal. The juicy juices is gone. The juicy juices is gone. You don't ate all the variety pack potato chips. You smoking Reggie. Weed roaches everywhere, all on the floor. You got about 4 of your homeboys over there. Like, dude, I had these fools, they looking at this flyer right here. Ring Magazine announced that Canelo Crawford sold out. Niggas was saying, I remember boxing Shigo. Man, it went that place really wasn't sold out, dog. It wasn't sold out. You know, that was AI. I'm telling you, they gave away 60,000 comp tickets. So, you know, they didn't really sell that place out. This was Shigo was saying before the fight. This what Shigo was saying before the fight. You get what I'm saying? Literally, this what Shigo said before the fight. It sold out. Yeah, it really wasn't nobody. Yeah, they lying, dog. And guess what? This fool, he wasn't there, but he got people who follow him, believe him. Now, but see, Shigo said now. Shigo said there wasn't nobody there now. You know what I mean? They ain't telling you. I think he right. I'm like, fam, you believe you can't be this stupid. These guys are that stupid, bro. They that stupid, fam. They that stupid, bro. I'm telling you. Listen, ain't nothing dumber than niggas on boxing YouTube. Boxing on YouTube. Oh, you don't get no dumber than that. I'm talking about the audience. I'm talking about for the most part, like some of these slow learning ass boxing channels that they followers. Oh yeah. That buddy, shoot, Lord have mercy, boy. Yeah, I'm like, man, you be like, damn, you falling for that shit, bro? They fall for the hook, line, and sinker. That's why when they come over here, I do my best to run their ass off the block. Yeah, man. Yeah, you know, when they go over here, come over here, so-called trying to troll, man, block that motherfucker, send them back to this man house, man. We don't even need you over here. Your kind ain't wanted over here, boy. Your kind is not wanted over here. Let's give everybody a round of applause. Yeah, we ain't listen. Yeah, we don't even want your slow ass. We don't even want your slow ass over here at all, bro. No, we don't want you over here, dog. I don't need your subscribership. Go back to your mammy house. Go play Foursquare with your baby mama and y'all kids. You know what I mean? And all that stuff there, but y'all ain't got time for that.
You wanna argue? I can't argue with you. You mad? Look at you. You mad? I don't get paid to argue with you. Who is you? You ain't nobody.
Bro, I be on all kind of shit. Facebook boxing groups. They dumb on Facebook boxing groups too. On Reddit boxing groups. They dumb as well. Twitter boxing groups. Lord have mercy. Bro, I'm like, damn, what happened to the IQ of the boxing? Like, because, you know, when I came up, it's a different fan base. The shit these motherfuckers be arguing about all day. People who you would never see in your life. Be just, bro. And then another thing too, right? Like, just because your favorite fighter is Tank Davis or Terence Crawford or Devin Haney or Ryan Garcia or whoever doesn't or Canelo don't mean that you can fight like Canelo. Some of these dudes, Canelo, my favorite fighter. You know what I mean? Okay, I'm happy for you. I'll come on, whoop your ass, fam. Just because Canelo can fight, don't mean you can fight, bro. Okay, I understand you excited. Just because Tank can fight, you know, don't mean that you gonna do a third of the shit that Tank doing in the ring. It sound good on the keyboard. It do. Sound good on the keyboard. Sound good when you show up on camera on H Money and be yelling and screaming and puffing your chest. All that sound good. But we both know that we ain't gonna see each other nowhere because you don't go no goddamn well. You don't go nowhere. You can't afford to. You can't afford to pay that money to get on them planes. You can't afford to get that hotel. You can't afford to do none of that shit. So we know you just capping, right? That's it. You can't afford to. You ain't finna fly nowhere. And then the only thing gonna happen is you fly somewhere with that bullshit, you gonna get your ass whipped. You gonna get your ass whooped. I'm like, fam, you wanna get your ass whooped, you ain't had to get on no plane to come way over here to do it. You could have just fought somebody in your neighborhood. True. Yeah, you could have just fought somebody in your neighborhood to get your ass whooped. Why you borrow money from your baby mama, borrow money from your mama, borrow money from your homeboy to fly all the way over here to get your ass whipped and sit right back to your mammy house? True. You get what I'm saying? Because that's what's going to happen. You know, everybody know that. You ain't finna be running up on people. Yeah, my nigga, what's up? Yeah, what's up? You know who I am? Who you is? I'm the dude that sent you that gut emoji. I told you I was going to pull up. That's you? Yeah. The dude, hey, everybody, keep me on. Yeah, I'm the dude that sent you that gun emoji. For real? Yeah, nigga, I told you that. I told you I'm gonna pull up. What the fuck you go? Bro, bro, let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell y'all some real shit. Listen, I done been to New York, Vegas 3 times this year, Colorado, Utah, of all places. Let's see. No, Colorado Springs. Let's see. Dallas, Houston. I'm not counting Florida because I've been to Miami. I'm not counting Florida. Yeah, but Miami, you know, Atlanta, Detroit. Damn, it's some more places I'm forgetting, man. It's a couple more cities. A couple more cities I'm forgetting. Yeah, but guess what? You see none of these motherfuckers. I don't see these nowhere. Like nowhere. I'm like, I promise you, fam, bro. Like you see these, but nowhere, bro. Nowhere. They ain't nowhere to be found.
True,
man. True. Bro, I say, man, you know what? You know, yeah, Omaha, you know, been to Omaha. And then you ain't coming to Omaha with that. I can tell you that right now. They gonna get on your ass. I tell you, ooh, Lord have mercy, boy. You do not want to go there with that bullshit. They gonna get on your ass. Cause them niggas, all them dudes can fight. You know, that's all they do. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, anyways, I'm like, bro, you don't see these dudes nowhere, fam. You don't. He like, again, I ain't seen one tough guy yet. Not one. They ain't nowhere to be found. They don't exist. You get what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Yeah, cause you ain't going to Omaha with that. Yeah, I promise you that. You ain't going to Omaha with that bullshit. Hey, cause hey, motherfucker say, yeah, nigga, I'm finna go to Omaha, nigga. I'm finna put it down. I'm finna show these dudes what time it is. I said, yeah, he just talking, he ain't going. Hey, you take that. Hey, you take yeah, dog, you know what? Hey, guess what? Ain't nobody over there finna fixing to even get their blood pressure high. They know you ain't going, bro. It sound good. It sound good. You trying to show out for the social media. All that shit sound good, but you ain't going over there. You ain't going to Houston with that shit. You ain't going to LA. Yeah, LA, I forgot I've been to LA twice this year. You ain't going to LA with that. You definitely ain't going there. You ain't going to Houston. You ain't going to Dallas with that. You ain't going to Miami with that. You damn sure ain't coming here with that. You ain't going to Atlanta with that. You ain't going to Detroit with that. You ain't going to New York. Like it's all sound good, fam. I promise you. You know, I'm not convinced, but it all sounds good. But you know what not? You know that I know that you know that you ain't finna do none of that shit you talking about.
Look, fuck you. Fuck the plane you flew in on. Fuck them shoes. Fuck the socks with the bell on it. Fuck them cheap ass cigars. Fuck your yuck mouth teeth. Fuck your hairpiece. Fuck your chocolate. Fuck Guy Ritchie. Fuck Prince William. Fuck the Queen. This is America. My president is black and my Lambo is blue, nigga. Now get the fuck out my hotel room. And if I see you in the street, I'm slapping the shit out of you.
Motherfuckers in their 40s and 50s talk about pulling up. Dude, you two, don't you have grandkids, fam? Like, yeah, no. Yeah, listen, if you in your 50s talking about pulling up, it's something like tell me you a loser without telling me you a loser. Bro, when you got dudes in their 40s and 50s talking about pulling up, like, okay, for one, when you that old, that shouldn't even be in your vocabulary. Pull up, that's something the jitterbugs be doing. Let the jitterbugs do that. The jitterbugs talking about pulling up. Once you a certain age, it's just certain words you shouldn't be using no more. You ain't talking about pulling up. More than likely, you either married, you got kids, you got responsibilities, you got a job, you got to go to work. You get what I'm saying? So you can't afford to pull up. And I will pull up, dog, but I got to be to work in the morning at 8 o'clock. I work from 8 to 5, so I can't pull up then. Then when I get off of work, I got to help the children, pick them up at school and help the children with the homework. You get what I'm saying? Then we got to fix them something to eat. By the time at the end of the night, I'm tired. I got to go to sleep. So you ain't got time for that. If you got time to pull up on me, that tell me you ain't got no job, you broke, and you probably borrowed money to get there. You know, and you ready to crash out. You get what I'm saying? Because you ain't got nothing going on in your life.
True.
Yeah, this nigga ain't got no job. He broke, dog. I see it right now. I ain't finna throw my life away fucking with you. Like, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got nothing to lose. I got everything to lose. You get what I'm saying? You know, you go mess with anybody who got a family. I'm telling you, don't mess with no man who you fuck with a man who got a family, bro. If you mess with a man or a woman who got a family, they are very, very dangerous because they got stuff to lose. They got people to go home to. They got wives, girlfriends that's depending on them. They come home every night and they got a family structure, or they have husbands that are looking forward to them. They come home that night, they have a family structure. I'm telling you, fuck with people who got families. You think messing with them YNs is a fast way to get what you looking for. Mess with somebody who got a lot to lose, and that you really gonna get what you looking for.
True.
Cause they gonna do it the right way. It's gonna be paperwork filed, yeah, dog. Cause I'm gonna tell y'all the real. I'm gonna tell you like a dude showed me a long time ago, right? Like a dude told me, a dude named Howard Williams showed me this a long time ago, right? And I told this story before. This the best way to do it. If you're going through something with somebody on the street, file a police report. Why should you file a police report if you're going through something with somebody on the street? Because filing a police report is the best way to protect yourself. I learned this the hard way when I was 17. So if someone is threatening you, or I'm saying like physically, I ain't talking about online. It's online shit. I don't really trip on that. What I'm saying, personally, out there on the street, online, out there on the street, someone physically threatening you, saying they're gonna do A, B, C, and D to you. Now, in order to protect yourself, make sure that you don't go to jail if you get into some gangster stuff with this guy, or do a lot of time or whatever. However, right? You file a police report and you let them know, hey, look, this guy threatened me. I'm in fear of my life. He said he gonna do A, B, C, and D, and I have to defend myself. Yada yada yada. Right? So you create a paper trail. You create a paper trail. That's so if you and that individual were to ever get into an altercation, and let's say you get the best of the altercation, and it leads to a serious situation. When the police come and they take you to jail, or if they take you to jail, say, look, man, I don't file 3, 4, 5 police reports on this guy, about this guy saying he gonna do A, B, C, and D to me. I was in fear of my life, and you have a paper trail, and there's a good chance that if there's a great chance that ain't nothing gonna happen to you. Even if you go to jail and you go to court, you show a paper trail. Look, I was in fear of my life. I filed several police reports. You got to have a paper trail. A dude did that to me. I was on some G stuff, G code stuff. He was on some smart stuff. I didn't realize that. And I was like, damn. And so now I'm like, when you reach a certain age, that's what you got to do. So, listen, create a paper trail. Create a paper trail. That's how you protect your ass. You create a paper trail, that's how you protect your ass. So when it's time to make it do what it do, you're gonna make it do what it do. I'm gonna give everybody hold on. Give everybody a shout out. Shout out to Sean from the Heights. I am Cam. Mo T. Retro Boston and Documentaries. Shout out to Jamie Vasquez. Shout out to Sean from the Heights. He said that old head gonna slide you. The old head gonna slide you. If you see an old cat, and he be like, all right, man. If you see an old cat, he be like, all right. He said, all right, man, you got it. And he walk off. If he old head say, all right, you got it. He said, you got a young blood. If he said, you got a young blood, all right, you got it. And he walk off. All right. If he walk, all right, you got a young blood. He walk off. Cause see, it's about surviving the encounter. It ain't about being the tough nigga. It's about being the smart nigga. Survive the encounter. If somebody got the ups on you, survive the encounter. Say what you got to say in order to survive the encounter. That's it. Just like when the police pull you. Police pull you over. They draw guns or whatever the case may be, or even if they don't draw guns, you want to survive the encounter. That's it. Because a dead man can't talk. And a dead man can't get no get back. Survive the encounter. That's what it's all about. You can be Billy Badass, but the graveyard in the penitentiary is full of tough niggas. It's full of tough niggas. The graveyard in the penitentiary is full of tough niggas. All the tough niggas go to the graveyard in the jail. That's where all the tough ones at. I can tell you that right now. That's where all of them go at. Look at Big U. Big U, what, 6'3", 6'4", 270 pounds, or whatever the case may be. Guess where his big ass at? In jail.
True.
Now he gotta extort people for cookies and crackers in jail, and toothpaste And you get what I'm saying? That's what he got to do now. That's what he got to do now. You dig? That's all the tough niggas at. You know, I'm gonna tell you like an old head told me. I like opening my refrigerator at night. Shout out to Mr. Nice.
Hey, okay.
Dropping that $2 super chat. Yeah, I like opening my refrigerator. You know, I woke up late at night. I stayed up. Matter of fact, I stayed up about 2:30 this morning. I was on the computer about 2:30 this morning, right? You know, if I was locked down, I wouldn't be able to do that. Wouldn't have access to no computer. I'd be in a one-man cell or a two-man cell or open bay dormitory, sleeping with around a whole bunch of other cats. Some dude's gonna be over there messing with some punks. Some other dudes gonna be over there playing chess on the bed. Some other dudes may be over there, beating his meat. You know, some other dude gonna be over here doing something. You get what I'm saying? See, I get to go to the refrigerator. Okay, when I'm in this show, go outside and look at the lake, talk to the ducks. Finna smoke me some of this doggone slushy, strawberry slushy. You get what I'm saying? And you know, I might walk around the neighborhood and look at the rabbits and see the other birds flying around and look how nice the neighborhood look. See, it ain't nothing wrong with that, fam.
True.
Yeah. We'll give everybody a shout out. Hey man, shout out to Mr. Tomato Can.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Sonny Augustine.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Cobain.
Hey, okay.
Omaha Stand Up. Shout out to George Evans.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Naj.
Hey, okay.
Hollow Davis.
Hey, okay.
Ruben Allen.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Edmund.
Hey, okay.
Can't forget about Dixon.
Hey, okay.
Big Jag.
Hey, okay.
Daniel Agnew.
Hey, okay.
My sister Lisa Bales.
Hey, okay.
Corey Bradley.
Hey, okay.
D Dubs in the building.
Hey, okay.
Mr. Kendall Price.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Miss Connie.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Daniel Prescott.
Hey, okay.
Dr. Paul Evans.
Hey, okay.
The lovely Tila.
Hey, okay.
Unlaced Shoes.
Hey, okay.
My main man Keith Bulldog, the Cincinnati Cobra. Hey Keith, we gotta call you the Cincinnati Cobra, man. That's what we gotta call Keith, the Cincinnati Cobra, fam. Shout out to Keith Bulldogs. Hold on. Wait. Hold on, look like we got another cash out. Hey man, shout out to Harvey.
Hey, okay.
Dropping that quarter of a dub. What he say, man? He say keep growing, fam. Yeah, life is about growth. It's about growth and evolution. You get what I'm saying? I can honestly say this. I want to leave out with some parting words, right? Now I like to make the haters mad, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this here, right? I'm gonna leave y'all with some parting words, right? As I said before in the show, don't get upset with anybody who don't see the vision that God gave you. I used to be like that. You tell people what your plans are, you tell people what your dreams are, and you're excited you're excited yourself, and you tell certain people because you want them to be excited for you. You know, but sometimes it don't work out that way. But if certain people don't believe in you, don't get mad at them for not believing you. That's what I used to do. God didn't give them the vision. He gave it to you. As I said before, that's why it's called your vision. It's not called their vision. Something that is your vision is not meant for the there or the them to see, because it's specifically, that vision is specifically designed and designated for you. And you are going to have to be the one to act on that. So just get to work. Keep doing what you're doing. Bud Crawford is an inspiration. You know, to me, anyways, he's an inspiration to me, coming from where he came from, and he's still living, staying right there. You know, he could have left. You know, he's still staying right there. You get what I'm saying? So Yeah. Just continue, man. It is what it is, man. Life is a marathon. It ain't gonna happen overnight. Don't let a motherfucker tell you what you can't do. Well, you know, and just keep pushing, because I can tell you, when I started this podcast, bro, I remember I used to do videos with the green screen in the background and stuff like that. Coming back from the gym, having a tank top on and all that stuff there, and you know, working out and all that stuff there. And I don't have my strength and conditioning business anymore. But yeah, and like now, what I'm gonna tell y'all, what's finna come down the pipe? I got some stuff that's damn near done, and it's finna come down in the pipe. Like the level that we finna go on independently, without any big major backing. Cause I'm talking about independently, like I had no idea that I'd still be doing this. And I had no idea that this platform will have the effect and impact on people's lives the way it does. It has now. I had no idea. And that's why I don't chill out. You know, I don't be snapping or nothing anymore. Shit funny to me now. It's like, man, I ain't, some shit just rub off me. I don't worry about what the motherfuckers say, what they do. Cause the motherfuckers who doing all the talking, they in the same position today that they were in when I started YouTube. When I started on this, some of these same dudes was on that same position. And now 4 years and some change later, they still in that same position. So that tell me that they stuck. They not evolving. They nickel and diming. They backwards hustling. You dig? True. Shout out to Tegator. Okay. Jamie from New York. Okay. Daniel Prescott. Okay. Tony Montana. Okay. Shout out to Sean B. Okay. Keith's Bulldogs. Okay. G5 from the Bronx. Okay. Unlay Shoes. Okay. Shout out to my brother Jamie from New York. Okay. Shout out to my man Yarmus, man. Shout out to Yarmus from Brooklyn too, man. Yeah. Yarmus a big dude too. That nigga like 6'4". Only tall ass. God damn. You know what I mean? Anyway, shout out to Superman. Okay. Shout out to Carl Blair. Carl, what's going on, fam? Okay. The one, Mr. Ham. Okay. Let's see. Who else I got? I got Tony Montana. Mr. Corey Bradley. Okay. School of X-Man. Okay. Lisa Bells. Okay. Cooking with Sir Senior. Salute. Okay. Salute, fam. Shout out to I got Daniel Prescott. Shout out to Kendall. Okay. Shout out to Mr. Tomato Can. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, man, Dr. Paul Evans. Okay. Hey, man, if I forgot you, man, shout out to Markevion. Okay. Oh, yeah, Blue Blood Sports TV showed up over here as well. Okay. And shout out to Retro Boss and the Documentaries. Okay. It is what it is, man. I'll catch you guys on the next one. You know my motto, don't meet me there, beat me there. Peace. I got the interview dropping with Terence Crawford. This is the interview that we did right before we went to the Steel House, and later on that night we ended up getting pulled by the police, and we was late. So the interview was short. You get what I'm saying? But it is what it is. But shout out to everybody, man. Much love, and much love to North Omaha, Nebraska, and the entire Boston community and Crawford family as well. Much love to everybody. Shout out to my main man, Kasim Shabazz. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. You did?
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go. Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.